recording now as well. Vipers, oozes, rolling scouts, plenty of water, etc. Title? Oh yes, I should change the title. Good catch. Thank you, Nisio. Sorry. Sorry. Yep. Yeah. Sorry, I just haven't changed the title yet. He's absolutely right. We did 38 earlier. We failed, and now we're doing 18. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just forgot to change it. We started with 38. That's why it was there. All right. So that's all properly set up. We also need, oh, more Vipers. Okay. So one more elite, two more regular, and then we have one elite, one regular ooze. Whew, a lot of enemies in the first room, huh? We didn't grab the other ones up there yet. One there, and one there, and then elite and regular ooze. All right, let's set all their healths. So elite ooze 16. What the heck? I have this again, huh? All right, cool. So elite ooze is 16 health. Regular ooze is 12 health. I never succeeded on 18. I had a lot of absurd fails. Granted, many were before I understood the empty space spawn square rule. Yeah, if you don't understand the empty space spawn square rule, this scenario definitely gets a lot harder. That being said, I would say this is probably in my top 10 hardest scenarios. Definitely not top 5, but it could very well be top 10. It's not an easy scenario again. That being said, our party I think is probably better suited to deal with it than many, in some regards at least. I mean, our party, like I said, I don't think is very strong, but vengeance is very, very strong here. And we'll see. And I don't mind doing another difficult scenario. It's just 38 is particularly kind of frustrating. So let's see how to get into this. We need to change our deck slightly, right? Did we? Oh yeah, so we didn't have burial and we didn't have ice spikes would be the two best ones. Oh yeah, catastrophic bombs too. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, catastrophic bombs. So we want these two cards certainly. What can we cut? Shaping the Ether is not really where we want to be anymore. And oh, we have both of these. I can never decide which is the correct one to bring. I feel like whichever one I choose, it's always wrong. Maybe with the number of enemies here, with the type of enemies here, we should consider bringing Formless Power to use Crystallizing Blast. That actually might be correct. So what if we cut both of these? Just have no movement, because who needs movement, right? And we take all these cards. Yeah. Who needs movement? It's not a scenario where you have to move a ton, admittedly. All right. So this is probably back into the maybe pile. We just brought that previously because we needed movement. This we want. This we definitely want. This we definitely want. Definitely Diddy here. Yeah, you can get stuck in the water without a lot of movement. That's fair. But again, we have our boots to get past that. We'll be fine. The problem is that 3 movement doesn't change a lot compared to 2 movement when dealing with water. Obviously, it depends how the water is set up, but because you can't actually move 2 water tiles with a 3 anyway. So, I don't know. Again, we actually do know how the map is set up, but I kind of pretend a little bit that I don't sometimes, I suppose. All right, this makes sense. We cut our bigger movement, which we need less, and we have Singing Arrow, which we need more. I mean, which we're happy to have again now that we're doing a slower scenario. Give us another good top action. Yeah, nothing else here that's really that tempting. All right, over here, the usual candidates. I think basically everything we have from before is correct. Yeah, everything we have from before is correct. All right, This works. Let's do it. So again, what are our battle goals? We have to be the first to kill a monster. That we've got to remember. We have to loot nothing, and here we have to loot something specific. One specific thing. This thing. All right, how is our setup? Let's see. The oozes have 4 range 3 movement or 3 range 2 movement. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so the ooze is always hitting us. Yeah, both of them are always hitting us if they move. If they don't move, it doesn't really change how we set up. How about the vipers? How much are they moving? So 4 movement on each, depends whether they get jump or not then, right? 1, so 4 like this, or 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So without jump, they shouldn't reach us if we're here, and if they have jump, well. Main thing I remember about doing this scenario was the moment we realized the oozes were going to loot the treasure chest. Well, monsters don't actually loot treasure chests. Yeah. No, they do not actually. This is built into the rules to prevent you from getting a default loss in scenarios where treasure chests are goals. Plus, it would also just suck, I guess. But yeah, they only loot coins and your dead bodies. Little known fact, but the extra mass required for oozes to split is actually built up from the remains of many previous failed attempts in ooze scenarios. All right. So the bomb. Is it already time to drop the bomb? It's a good question. I'm not sure that it is. I'm also not sure we're really doing anything better. Can we get a good... Actually, we can get a good skewer, but do we really want to move up to there? Not so much. Here's just a better spot because it's harder for them to reach us. But it is a good skewer. The bomb can be better once they move up, but once they move up, we're also going to need to use shield. So maybe it is better to just do this now? Also, I'm not sure what we're doing. This is better once they move up. This is better once they move up. Pretty much all of our stuff is better once they move up, but we want to get a song up immediately. And we're definitely playing defensive Diddy. So that mean we're just attacking? Moving and attacking? Hmm. It's kind of awkward overall. We could do... I don't actually know what we should do. We have a lot of interesting choices here for the quartermaster, for both of them. What about over here? Also, Vengeance is definitely good to set up. I think almost always we should Vengeance second turn. So that means we play Primal Duality first turn, along with probably just Crystallizing Blast. In that case, we can do Crystallizing Blast late. No, but Crystallizing Blast doesn't really... Oh, but if we get Sharpening Kit, Crystallizing Blast actually can do a bunch of damage. Sucks to do it without Formless Power. And without an element for robes. We don't want to use a potion. Huh. So it also kind of makes sense to wait on that. But we don't really have any other good top actions without elements. I mean, yeah, we can just use Winter's Edge, I guess. Yes, the recording is on. Thank you, Isio. Winter's Edge only hits the regular, and regulars get executed unless we start here, which we don't want. So I think this combo makes sense. And we'll see from there. All right. I mean, yeah, I guess we can just do the shielding this turn as well. With Arya. We can just do some attacking. Maybe that's best. Yeah, I think I like this actually. So what if we do that plus this? And so then afterwards we can do Catastrophic Bomb maybe in one turn, once we can hit more. I mean, once there'll be more of them spread to, all kind of sitting together. So then what top are we doing? Well, then actually we can do this. This actually works. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with, where are our people? All right. So we're going to start with the Soothsayer here, the Quartermaster here, and the Elementalist here. So our reason for this is the Soothsayer, when playing the song, gets gets an attack 2. So we'll get the attack 2, and then we do a move 3, attack 3, also hitting, this one. Or we can even move here and attack this one if we want. We'll see. And then the Quartermaster will move up to then get into tanking position, or even here. I mean, we'll see, one or the other. And use Scroll of Lightning, which will create light. So then we will have an element to be able to use our Robes of Evocation while hitting with a Crystallizing Blast. We won't have the Sharpening Kit, though, this turn, if we do it like this. But I think that's fine. We'll have the Sharpening Kit next turn for this. Yeah, it sucks not to get Sharpening Kit with Crystallizing Blast, but it's just... Next turn we should do this almost certainly, unless I guess we maybe do this. Then that would be 2 turns down the road, but like I said, there's just no top we can play that's as good as playing Crystallizing Blast here. Even with one element... I mean, I guess maybe we just kill this Viper then? If we just use... Alright, let's try to be patient then. So we don't need this then. We can just use Winter's Edge, I guess, to kill that Viper there. So in that case, we can create the element another time because we're using Vengeance next turn. So that means we're not using Catastrophic Bomb next turn because we're using Vengeance, we're not using Sharpening Kit. So we're waiting 2 turns to use Catastrophic Bomb. That's worse, but I guess, like I said, next turn we can just shield ourselves with Reinforced Steel and then do maybe like this attack. All right, that works. So in that case, we don't need to create an element this turn, so we can just go ahead and use Bladed Boomerang, also just to get a wound out a little bit sooner. Maybe on one of the oozes, which would be not too bad. All right, that works. What? Oh, oops. All right, here we go. Oh, what a start. I mean, fortunately, the elite doesn't split, so it's not the absolute worst, but this is honestly, at least we've... Oh, and they're not moving. Cool. That's swell, since I was kind of playing around them moving up. Well, I mean, I guess it'll be okay. This is definitely the sort of start I expected to a scenario like this. All right. I mean, the good news about them not moving is we're not taking any attacks, but still. All right, well, we're going to activate Defensive Ditty, and we perform an attack 2, targeting... Oops, whoa, jeez. Micro stutter. Targeting regular Viper number 5, adjacent. We need to reset all these things. Yeah, today is a curse day. I mean, all right, what's funny here is both things are good and bad. All right, well, to be clear, the oozes splitting is strictly bad. What the Vipers did is okay. I mean, I did really want them to move because I need them to clump up. But at the same time, they're also just not attacking us, so we kind of get a free turn. So it's like, it's so-so. This isn't so bad. This is obviously bad. But it's more just, I mean, there's just one single card that you really never want to see when you're facing oozes. And the fact that the oozes managed to flip that card the very first time is quite something. Hey, Themris. I saw you tag me with the guide. Obviously, once I'm done here, I will add it to the class resources. And congratulations on getting it finished. All right, so like I said, we make an attack 2 targeting the adjacent regular Viper because we played a song. 3, putting him down to 5. And then we have a move 3, attack 3. So that's interesting. This normally would die to the 5 from the Elementalist, but now it's going to have 1 shield before the Elementalist goes, so we would need 1 more damage to finish it. I'm going to try to count on a +1. I think it's just more valuable to get the 3 damage here. The elites are more difficult for us to kill. This can also just get killed by Catastrophic Bomb, theoretically, if it stays at 1. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 with the bottom of Melody and Harmony, and make an attack 3 targeting the Elite Viper. Yeah, I know, I saw. Like I said, congratulations. You have your sound on, I assume? Anyway. Oops! That's the wrong thing. Well, anyway. Fortunately, we kill it, but we flipped the wrong one. Okay, so 6 damage here. This goes down to 8. And we are done. Then the Giant Vipers go, and they do nothing, but they have 1 shield. Then the Elementalist goes, makes the attack 5, targeting this one as planned, and we do actually kill it because we just flipped +1. All right. So then we have the bottom of Primal Duality. We don't. Moving up a little bit's actually not bad. I'll make it easier maybe for us to hit a Vengeance. Right now, Vengeance is only hitting. Oh no, this is going to split to there, so Vengeance can hit 3 right there. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, the class probably the long. I mean, that if there's any class that deserves a long guide, that class certainly does. Yeah, so we'll actually move up just there using Primal Duality and create Light and Dark. Okay, and so then it is the Quartermaster's turn? Jeez, there we go. So I'm going to just do a generic move to here. I don't need the shield in the end since nothing's attacking me, and this allows me to get a reasonable bottom card back, plus to round out my 9 cards to 10. This is nice initiative and a nice move shield. So we go there, using the generic move, and then we use the top of Bladed Boomerang, doing an attack 2, range 3 wound. The best to hit would be the Elite Ooze. We can't reach that. We could have... No, even with boots, we couldn't have made it. But anyway, so the regular Vipers can theoretically be killed by Vengeance and are easier to kill with Catastrophic Bomb as well. So the Elite is obviously the biggest threat. We could wound this one, which is closer to death, but obviously a wound on this one will do more damage. So I think I'm happy with that. And we have line of sight and range, so we will attack number 9 there with our attack 2 wound. Is this the spot we want to be in? Yeah, this spot will be fine, I think. I mean, it gets us a coin, so there's always that. Yeah, so here we go. I mean, we could have used Major Power Potion, but this would be stupid, right? We want to save that for Catastrophic Bomb, so it's unfortunate that we get that. We get it, it does nothing. Oh well. So +0 is just 1 damage because he has 1 shield, so he goes down to 13 and takes a wound. Well, so, Thermus, you say that, but we just lost to scenario 38, so I'm even happy to be doing this scenario after that one. It's all relative. Alright, so 2 damage here. 2 damage here. Yes, exactly. As Isia said, this is the fun one of the day. And so this one is summoned, and is at 10. Okay. So, time to kill some things. We need to use this because it's our lowest initiative, no matter what. Can't take risks when we're doing Vengeance, and we have perfect Vengeance targeting. Yeah, as Isia said, so Thermos asked, bummed I missed 38, how much of a train wreck was it? It wasn't so much of a train wreck to start, but I literally, like, going back and looking at it, there were, yeah, exactly. They had 4 flips in a row, which if I was playing Dungeon Master and I could stack their deck, I would have stacked those exact 4 cards, and involving reshuffle too, of course. So they did like literally 4 perfect actions in perfect turns, including 2 turns of pull immobilizes. So, and then 1 turn of their only possible +1 in their deck. I mean, movement wise, to catch up to somewhere that they shouldn't have been able to otherwise. Out of 1 out of 4, so it was like 1 out of 5, 1 out of 4, reshuffle, and then 1 out of 8, 1 out of 7. Yeah, fair enough, Themris. This is why golems are on the top 5 of the FU monster list. But anyway, so I mean, it was a tough scenario for us to begin with, and then the golems really were brutal to us. So golems make me like executes. Yeah, that's fair. I don't feel bad using executes on golems. All right. So vengeance, which means we are not using sharpening kit this turn. So these are all dying. So there's just this giant viper to contend with for the time being. We're kind of in a fine spot, so I guess we can go ahead and use reinforced steel and just smack him with our club. It's a shame to use the club without using long spear, and long spear can theoretically be good, but there's a chance we'll get to refresh long spear anyway. I mean, I don't know, we'll see. It just makes sense to make this attack 5 here because he's adjacent to us and he's the one we want to hit. When you mean shun vengeance, you acknowledged how good it was and then talked about how it's unpleasant because it's so good, or said people don't take this card, you're going to ruin your lives. You'd be waking up like vengeance, vengeance. Oh. All right. So what do? Fortunately, we're just kind of outside of range to do the things we really want. Getting all the curses. I mean, I guess we're just missing one target. We can hit these and these. The problem is we're hitting this for a little bit of damage, but that's okay, I guess. It's better to wait on Dirge. They're going to be closer. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same argument. This or Dirge can both hit more targets, but Dirge is more likely to hit even more targets if we wait. Could you shield this round? It's kind of an interesting concept. How much shield is he already going to have, though? I mean, he's already going to be at 3 shield. They hit for, well, 5, 4, and 5. I mean, yeah, the 2 shield could actually matter. All right, that actually makes sense then. If we shield him now and we can get some curses later. Because then we'll still have a turn like this, and then some turns with CC. We have not gotten a card back yet. We need to do that as well. Well, then what are we doing for a top if we're not using Singing Arrow here? I guess we can use Singing Arrow here. We just won't use Nightmare Serenade. Because otherwise we just don't have top actions here. And I don't think I want to just generic a top, but rather generic a bottom usually. Although for this class, maybe it's the other way around. But I think this is fine. I mean, we're just missing one curse here. It's better to get 2 curses now than just to do a generic top. All right, let's do this then. All right. Much more reasonable stuff. So first up is the Soothsayer. We gain 1 experience for having a song up. We're going to gain 1 experience for playing Echoing Aria. All allies within range 3 gain shield 2. So the Quartermaster has shield 3 now. And then we're going to use the top of Singing Arrow, hitting these 2. Oops, wait, no, sorry, I just said that. So 1, 2, 3, expand like this, so hitting here and here. So just giving 2 curses. So it begins. All right, and we're done. So then next up is the Quartermaster. So the Quartermaster is going to use Reinforced Steel. Will anything be? No, everything's going to focus the Quartermaster. So, yep, shield 2, affect self and all adjacent allies. So here, Echoing Aria gives us 2, this gives us 2, and we have 1 from Defensive Ditty, so we're up to 5 shield from the round. How do I purge my own chat? Don't worry about it. But just so you know, if you ever do want to, you type /timeout, space the person's name, and space 1 for 1 second, which will be the duration. However long you put at the end there. If you don't put any number at the end there, it's going to do it for like 5 minutes. If you put just any number there, it's the number of seconds. So 1 will just remove all their chat while immediately letting them speak again. All right, so Giant Club, 1 experience, and an attack 5, targeting the Elite Viper here. No point in skewering, because again, what's behind it is going to get executed with vengeance. You can't purge your own? You sure? You can't /timeout yourself? Ah, interesting. Well, then I guess you have no way of purging your own chat. +1. All right, down to 2. So be it. And then we're done. So then we just have the Elementalist. The Elementalist already has range for vengeance, right? 1, 2, 3. Yep. So we can do this first. Oh, you can't purge other mods' chats? I bet I can purge your chat. Let's try. Oh, yeah, I can. Only I wield the power. Yeah, I understand. Oh, it does unmod when I do that. Good call. Learning Twitch things all the time. Well, Themris didn't deserve to be a mod anyway. People who make up stuff in their guides about using abilities that they haven't used, you know. Hold on, how do I do this in? There we go. All right, you're modded again. So yeah, Vengeance first, consuming light and dark, gain 1 experience, and kill, which is 2 oozes. Like I said, I'm not trying to get oozes here. I guess we don't even need to put the name because we're probably just getting all 3. But this is just the best way to use this, and I'm gonna try to win the scenario. That's my highest priority. So it was a Viper, which was up there, correct? Yes. So coin there. Oh, wait, who? Oh no, so the Quartermaster actually failed his thing. All right, we're just gonna put that back so we don't forget. What was ours again? Oh yeah, it's to loot treasure chest. Okay. So all those things are dead, and then we've got the bottom of Infernal Vortex. Do we want ice for anything? I guess the ice can work as any element for Robes of Evocation next turn. Yeah, so we just need to be within range 2 of the Quartermaster. I guess stepping back is maybe okay? No, it doesn't really matter if we move or not. Let's see, how are all the Vipers going to move? Let's pay attention to that. So they have 4 movement, all of them, and none of them are jumping. So this one will go to here. And then this one will go to here because it's closer to there. So there'll be one here and here. So then this one will just stay there. So there'll be here, here, here. And this one will go to here. So it'll be like this. And then the ooze just stays where it is. All right. So yeah, where we are is fine. I don't really want to move up then. So I'll just stay where I am. I guess by going here, it makes it so they can't surround the Quartermaster more. And we're never getting attacked because we never really go before the... Oh, but then we'll have disadvantage against one of them, which we don't like. Also going to go kind of late next round, so we don't have any more good initiatives, but that's okay. Writing Eggs takes way longer than I expected. I did the 2 mini circles combo guide in like 3 or 4 hours. This one took much longer. I made it really pretty though. Yes, it does take a while. All right, so we create ice with the bottom of Infernal Vortex. So now the Giant Vipers go, as expected. So first, number 4 attacks us. Does not have add +2 attack if the target is adjacent to any of the Giant Viper's allies. Not adjacent, so there's an attack 4 poison on the Quartermaster, who has 5 shield. A 5, that's perfectly fine. We take no damage, but we are poisoned. So 1 wound. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is going to be quite a big attack, actually. Despite our 5 shield, we're still taking hits here. Because it's a 5 with the poison, but +2 because of this, so a 7. An 8, wow. From a Viper, huh? No, did we use 1 charge of this? No, we have not been attacked yet this scenario. This was just from last scenario. I forgot to reset it. So 8, we might subtract 6, so we take... Wait, did we take damage this scenario? No, we just forgot to reset our health as well? Hold on. Have we taken a hit? No, they never flipped before this. No. And we didn't start with damage or anything. Were there any special rules? No? Nothing from the road event. I guess I just forgot to reset this. Okay. Not sure really why. There wasn't damage from anything, was there? No. Oh. All right, so again, it was an 8. We have 5, plus 1 there, 6, so 2 damage, and 1 retaliate to the elite. All right. So then, again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1 to there. Again, because this and this are both closer than, well, staying back here or whatever, to this spot, because it's 2 movement to here, whereas this would be 3 movement to there. I understand with that class needing to make multiple builds as well, because it really is true. There's like the fun way to play the class and the good way to play the class. It's something I struggle with personally when playing that class. The true? Oh, the tank build. The tank build, nice. All right, so then the ooze goes. Melee Triforce tank build. Yeah, if only. What I don't get is that it's just not supported. Why does the class not have the initiative for it, right? If that was supposed to be a build. All right, so the elite ooze has 1, 2, 3, 4 range, so it can attack from where it is. Attack is -1, so it would normally attack for 3 here, but +1 because of the poison, so 4. Okay, so no damage. Yeah, it is just an initiative problem. I mean, well, all right, it's really more than an initiative problem if we're being honest. But again, to at least try to make it work, the biggest hurdle is initiative, even once you have the cards. Yeah, class has got a lot of weaknesses. As we're finding out. Yeah, it's a fair point. Why give it terrible initiative and terrible mobility? I mean, the terrible mobility makes sense because move 2 plus an element is quite good. I agree that it doesn't need to have the terrible initiative. Why does the Spellweaver get Mana Bolt, yet this class gets 15s or 17s? And why is your best initiative also on basically your best bottom action? Things like this just don't make any sense. So we know exactly what we're doing here. Time to go big. Time to go very big. That's true. You actually do lack good slow initiatives until Simulacrum. You should have a bunch of medium initiatives and a few early-ish initiatives. Pretty brutal. Ooh, four-person throw voice. Ah, yeah. And this because they're not close enough for Dirge yet. Mm-hmm. Don't mind if I do. I think that's a making games is hard thing, where some issues just don't show up until more people play it enough. Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, but again, this comes back to, like, I would say that this is less of an Isaac issue and more of a playtester's issue, right? Why didn't the playtesters like bring these things up a little bit more? I suppose again it comes more from the advanced classes, which I guess just weren't playtested as much as they should have been. Does generally seem to be the recurring theme. I mean, Saw's base mechanic completely changed between first printing and second printing. There's no way that, I mean, that just shows that it wasn't tested much because there's no way people thought, oh yeah, this is actually a fine mechanic, and then they all realized between first and second printing, no, this mechanic is actually completely broken, needs to be fixed. I mean, broken in a bad way, not a good way. All right, so then, burial is the most tempting thing to do. I think it doesn't matter so much if we go early here. It's not like we're killing things before they go. Most of them getting disarmed anyway. Yeah, this seems great. I guess the downside here is we're not getting the +1 from Sharpening Kit on Nightmare Serenade, but I think that's okay. I think I'd rather make sure that I get the disarm on 4 targets than be greedy and try to get additional Sharpening Kit value with Nightmare Serenade. Yeah, but the Schloys, I think my biggest comment about, I mean, so this is fair. So the Schloy says that would make sense if people got it less because since they had to unlock them. But shouldn't all classes be tested kind of like Themris and I do? I mean, shouldn't you just like take the classes before I mean, test them by giving them to people and make them play stuff with them, not just say, okay, well they're in the game. If you unlock them, you play them. You know. All right. Anyway, this turn looks good. This turn looks quite good. How are they going to ruin it for us? Remains to be seen. Well, doesn't look like they're going to, so I'll take it. All right. We're up first on the Soothsinger. 1 experience for having a song up. We're going to use Nightmare Serenade first, I suppose. So that'll give us 1 more experience. We get to attack in a triangle. This triangle, I think, makes the most sense because we want to hit the 2 elites more than anything, since they're the only ones that can't just be executed. Although it's not very likely we're executing here anyway, but still, should hit the 2 elites. But if we kill this one, that kind of sucks. It doesn't actually change anything. All right, if we kill this one, then the throw voice is only hitting 3 targets instead of 4 targets. But no matter what, it's always hitting these like this. It's not like we're suddenly going to go like this. So it doesn't change anything, really. All right, we'll do 2, 4, 9 in numerical order, regular then elites. Okay, so 2 first. Okay. Ugh, poor ordering as usual. Well, this actually seems good. Ooh, okay. So first we get 2 damage here, then this one dies, and then here we got +1, so 4 damage and poison. So 7 here. 2 damage is down to 6. This one dies. But another thing to consider, though, Sloys, I mean, saying that that's how it should have been done, is basically that, I mean, before Gloomhaven, Isaac had made 1 game, Forge Wars, at least 1 game that was relatively widely known. I mean, he's very much an independent developer. Like now, obviously, he has a lot of resources that he didn't have then. So the way that the initial game was tested is like just by his friends and stuff, right? Just like a normal person would. So obviously, his method for how he would have something tested obviously would have changed a lot between then and now, just based on what was available to him as a designer. So it's fair to understand that it was a little bit different. All right, poison there as well. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any reason. So like I said, we can disarm like this or disarm like this. It doesn't really change much. Yeah, so Themra says, I do suspect the second expansion will be better balanced than OG Gloomhaven, and yeah, I tend to agree. I think it'll probably be better balanced as well. All right, so let's see. What are they doing here? They move, then they do attack, attack. That's annoying. Yeah, I mean, it always makes sense to disarm the earlier ones because maybe they block for the later. It doesn't really change much, I think, here, though. All right. Removal excuses is a positive step. I mean, even if we all, I think, at least most of us agree that the way that the stamina potions are being nerfed isn't necessarily solving the problem. Still, the very fact that stamina potions are being nerfed is also a positive step. I am stupid. I didn't actually want to hit this one because it's going to die to catastrophic bomb, presumably. I wanted to hit all these. Yeah, that was wrong. I forgot this had the lowest health, because lowest health is most likely to die. Same time, it would be disadvantage for the quartermaster, but there was also the elementalist. Yeah, it was actually wrong. I should have hit like this. That was bad. Wait, there's an official stamina potions nerf? There will be with the expansion. Isaac on stream said that the stamina potions will be nerfed to 1 card and 2 cards for minor and major, respectively, instead of 2 cards and 3 cards. Which, again, isn't the way that I think they should be nerfed, because it just makes them worse in the part of the game where they're the weakest already. Like early game when you don't have a lot of broken stuff to recur, that makes them worse. But when it doesn't really solve so much for the problem with where they really become a problem. But it's still a step in the right direction. All right, so we disarmed all of them. We did play incorrectly this turn. I forgot everyone was doing crazy AoEs. Okay, so next up on our crazy AoE train, we're going to use the bottom of sharpening kit. You and all allies within range 2 at +1 to all your attacks this round. We're going to use catastrophic bomb, and we are certainly going to use a power potion here. I don't think it's worth using the compass. We could use the compass to move the elite into the AoE. 2, 3, 4, no. Only if we thought we would get 2 refreshes, but we've already flipped a refresh. That's pretty unlikely. I'd rather just try to get the major power potion back and not be greedy. At the same time, well, hold on. What's the ooze actually doing? -1 move, but +1 range. He's always hitting us, so it doesn't matter. At the same time, though, the compass isn't very good here. Maybe, honestly, just putting him into the AoE is actually as good of effect as we're getting with the compass. It's also going to make it so this elementalist AoE hits. Yeah, all right. Let's actually do that. We'll use the compass as well and move the ooze up into the AoE. I'm glad Isaac is acknowledging the issue, but this is a hot fix, not a good permanent fix. Yeah, that's fair. Did you put 2 curses in their deck? I did not put 2 curses in their deck. Good catch, Isio. I was getting too distracted by realizing I targeted poorly. Okay, so we did gain our 1 experience, yes. So we're using Catastrophic Bomb, which hits everything here. We'll make our disadvantage attack on number 9 first, and then we'll do 2, 6, 8, 10 in that order. So we have Sharpening Kit giving us +1, and we have our Major Power Potion giving us +2, so this will be an attack 4 everywhere. So first the disadvantaged. Nice. This is where you love the disadvantage. So this is a disadvantaged attack. Therefore, we take the first in case of ambiguity. This is ambiguous, so we get actually exactly what we wanted. Ambiguity. So this makes this a +0, so a 4. We're going to refresh our major power potion because that is more important to me in this scenario than the Doom Compass. In general, the Doom Compass would be better, but against this many small HP enemies, Catastrophic Bomb is going to be enormously powerful. All right, so 4 +1 here because of the poison. Putting this down to 5, doing 5 damage, putting this at 2. Cheating the system indeed. Well, the system's actually cheating itself. I also discussed endurance potions in the item section of my guide. Ooh, nice. Do you use it now again? I don't believe you can. So people believe, I saw this said before. I don't think you can use something like this after you've already started the attack, can you? Don't you have to use everything like this before the attack? I've seen people say that you like keep getting it back and reflipping it, but I didn't believe that's correct. Is there a confirmation of that somewhere? I mean, it does say during the attack, but that seems iffy. Yeah. I like, to me, items which affect the attack have to be used before the attack. I mean, for example, long spear also says during the attack, but it's not like you can have made the attack and then suddenly decide to change the. I mean, obviously it's a little bit different with targeting, but this. I mean, I'm just giving this as an example to show during your attack just means this affects the attack. But like everything else, I would assume all things which affect the attack have to be used before the attack. So I don't believe that when you refresh this, you're allowed to use this again. Even though I know some people claim that to be the build, I mean, the thing that they do, And I believe I've even seen somewhere someone confirmed that you can't. But anyway, if you prove to me that you can, I will do it in the future. But for now, I'm going to again go with what I believe is correct. If I could use it again here, though, I would, without a doubt. All right, so 2, 6, 2, 6, 8, 10 in that order. All these attack 4s, regular. Okay, so 2 damage, 8 damage, 5 damage, 5. So 2 down to 4, 8 here, dead, 5 down to 3, and 5 here, and he has 2 shield now, so 3 actual damage. Okay. Buddha Bob says, sounds like during the attack is a description of the effect, not timing. Yes, exactly. Which is to say it's implied if you activate this before you attack. Yep, would agree. Alrighty, so we're done. So then the Giant Vipers go. So there's just this Giant Viper remaining, huh? Well, unfortunately, he is going to get to hit us. He moves up to there. With a -1 move, that doesn't matter. And he's going to make 2 attacks at -1. First one immobilizing, so we'll just throw that immobilize on no matter what. If an item affects an attack, e.g. Yeah, okay, there we go. If an item affects an attack, e.g. adds a bonus, an effect, advantage or disadvantage, it has to be used before an attack modifier is drawn. Yep. Exactly. That's what I thought. I thought I had read that before too. Because I remember previously when I think when I made the guide for this class, people were like, yeah, I mean my combo is I use Catastrophic Bomb and I just keep recurring and reusing power potions and I get up to like attack 10 by the end. And I was thinking, I don't think you can do that. When in doubt. Exactly. All right. Well, so anyway, we applied it correctly. That's fine. So like I said, this Viper is attacking us now. It attacks at -1, so this is going to be 2. But +1 from the poison, so 3. We just have the 1 shield from defensive Diddy, so 2 attack 3s. All right, curse, not bad. So 3. So we have 1 shield again, so 2. So blocked 1 there, and 1. Oh, we put the immobilize on the wrong person. Maybe wishful thinking. Where's trickery from the Chronomancer when you need it, huh? Although honestly, the immobilize is not such a big deal. All right, so then it is the Elementalist's turn. So we're going to begin by using Crystallizing Blast. We're going to use our Robes of Evocation to consume the ice to give +1 to our entire attack action, and we're within range 2 of the Quartermaster who's Sharpening Kit. Therefore, Crystallizing Blast is actually going to be an attack 3, which creates ice. We will do 2, 8, 9, 10 in that order. Nothing special to use, no. So 3 damage, 3 damage, 6. All right, let's get up there before we do anything else. So 3 damage here. This goes down to 1. Ugh. All right. 3 damage here. This one's dead. 6 damage here. This one is, well, actually, just even more than that. Oh, whoops. We forgot to move them. I thought they were stunned, but they were not stunned. Oh, no. All right, hold on. So this would have actually moved to there, which means this would have actually gone to here. So in that case, oh, man. All right. Let's just say... Did I already apply the damage to him or no? Hold on. Let's just say I attack these then, not him. Because I didn't want to move. I could either attack these or these. Technically, I would have attacked these, but since I've made three flips, I should have done it correctly, but I did not. So anyway, so the ordering would be like this then. Hold on. Our 3 targets. So the first one was this, which we brought to 1. We did that. I don't believe I flipped damage. I put damage on him yet. And then here we would have killed this one. Still. And then over here was our crit on a 3, so 6, so -2, so 4, down to 7. By the way, the whole wand long rest thing is officially allowed, right? There's no reason to believe that it's not. It's not officially confirmed, but again, I mean, use it during your turn. Well, I mean, all right, yes, we can say that it is officially allowed because again, the wording on long resting says that you have a turn and you can use this during your turn, so there's no reason to believe that you can't. Where is long resting again? But yes, I would say it is officially confirmed, as close to as possible. Where is resting? Why am I having difficulty finding? Oh, 17, yeah. A long rest. Long rest is declared during the card selection of a round and constitutes the player's entire turn for a round. Resting players are considered to have an initiative value of 99. On the player's turn, at the end of initiative order, he or she must choose to lose one of his or her discarded cards, then return the rest of his discarded cards to his or her hand. The resting character also performs heal 2 self action and refreshes all of his or her spent item cards. So you have a turn, you do these things during the turn. It's not specified when. So as Ezio said, it's whenever. And can you actually skip it, Ezio? You say you can there, but it says the resting character also performs. So I don't believe you can skip it. It doesn't say may perform or can perform. It seems that you have to do the heal and the refresh. I don't believe you have an option to skip it. But again, it is during your turn, and it seems to be when you want. But yes, as Ezio says, you could use thing, refresh, use thing again, or if you could refresh and then use thing because it's your turn. All right. So did we fix everything there after our mess up? We created the fire. We hit the vipers we were supposed to hit. I believe I didn't do damage to him. Yeah, I believe I didn't do damage to him. Because he should have taken it from Catastrophic Bomb, so I believe I've done this correctly. In the end, fixing my mess up. Because it would have been 2, 9, 10. Yes. Alright. Sorry, I've been getting a little bit too distracted talking about things, which is why I made these mistakes. Can you choose not to receive the heal or refresh items during long rest? Yes, the only thing you have to do during long. Oh, okay, interesting. Well, that's in the FAQ. Doesn't. I mean, the rulebook is more firm, but if clarified in the FAQ, no reason not to. So then we're going to use the bottom of burial as an attack 3 range 4. Gosh darn it, we deleted the ooze. Now we actually need an ooze deck now. God, this is just not my day. So we'd move the ooze up to there, so that's where it was. Which number is it? That's what happens when we're doing too much chatting. So 4, 2, 9, 3, 1, 7, 8, 5, 6. So we don't have 10, so it was 10. All right, easy enough. We didn't accidentally put it somewhere else? No. So we need to find ooze 10 now. All right, and you're an elite, which is at 7 health. I'm a little uncertain when you wouldn't want to heal or refresh items. Refresh items, I'm not sure when you would ever not want to. Heal, potentially if you have the battle goal to be under a certain amount of health at the end of the scenario. Right. So, attack 3, range 4. It's actually attack 4 because we have the bonus. It's interesting. I guess these 2 kills are pretty free for us. Don't really require much work. So probably better just to hit the ooze. I mean, it's only going to be effectively 2 damage on the ooze, but otherwise we kill one of the vipers. I guess killing a viper, because they might go before us next round. At the same time, we just stun both of them early, and having them around gives us targets for Dirge. No, yeah, let's hit the ooze. All right, so we'll use the bottom of burial as an attack 4, range 4, +1, obviously because of sharpening kit, attacking elite ooze number 10 with burial. All right, put these things back in here. Actually, that was the last one flip. Well, it doesn't matter. The deck's getting reshuffled at the end of the round. Okay, so attack on the ooze. Sure, 2 damage. Down to 5. All right, so then the ooze is up. So it's going to be +1 attack, which makes that 5. Plus the quartermaster's already poisoned, so 6. All right. Ooh, 7. So we have 1 shield from defensive Diddy, and we use 1 shield here. Well, the room was going pretty smoothly, but getting smacked around pretty heavily, it does hurt. Does hurt. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty satisfying at the very least. It looks like we're not getting our extra turn here, which kind of sucks. But, I mean, when we're penned in like this, it's too good, I think, to just play stuff every turn. I don't know if you can choose not to accept. I don't think you can choose not to accept a heal from an ally, but I'm not sure. It's a good question. So what are we up to? Well, this seems pretty obvious, along with our best initiative, which is this. I guess we kind of also want to move a bunch. Oh no, we can't move. And that is a mainline shield. Yep. All right, this makes the most sense then. Nothing else at bottom. Well, Stunning one of them? No, that shouldn't be necessary. What's the Elementalist up to? We've got 3 elements, one of which is ice. Well, Simulacrum actually just kills both these snakes. So I suppose that makes sense. And a move 2 doesn't get us the coin, but we don't actually have anything larger than a move 2. All right, let's go. Cool. So, it's kind of greedy, but we're still going to do it. Well, maybe not. No. Well, anyway, first we gain 1 experience here, and we gain 1 experience for playing Disorienting Dirge. Disorienting Dirge, we have 2 enemies within range 3, both the snakes. So we give them 2 curses, and we have a blessed each ally. So now we have to choose whether we want to do a default top and get this back so that we gain an extra turn, or stun both of them. The problem is that the Elementalist should kill both of them, but if we miss on one of them, it kind of sucks. We shouldn't miss. Famous last words, but... No, I think having an extra turn is valuable. Yeah, I'm going to do it. All right, so I'm just going to use the top of Provoke Terror as a default top, and I'm going to use a charge of Major Endurance to get this back. Again, this is only incorrect if the Elementalist misses on either of the snakes, which can happen, but hopefully it won't. All right, Quartermaster's up next. We're going to create Light with Scroll of Lightning. Make an attack 5, range 3. 1, 2, 3, we have range, so we attack the... Oh, but if we stun these, actually the Elementalist can hit the ooze and we can kill it before it goes. No, that's gotta be better. I thought the Quartermaster would be killing it, but he actually won't. So no. Never mind. Take it back. Take it back. All right, so in the end, we actually will not use this. We will use the top of Provoke Terror. We will stun both the snakes, which sucks a bit because we're missing out on a turn now, but is worth it because, I mean, we're saving the Quartermaster a significant amount of life. All right, so we already created the light, I believe. So attack 5, range 3, targeting the Elite Ooze. I'm going to shuffle the deck again. I believe I shuffled after I put the blesses in. Just want to make sure. That's a bit unfortunate. That's exactly where we didn't want him to be. So 6 does 4 damage, putting the Ooze down to 1. Oh no, but we have 4 elements now. All right, we're good. We're good. That's great. Okay, so we're going on the Elementalist now. We are going to have to move a bit extra. Well, or we can just use the Hawk Helm. I guess we can long rest soon. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same either way. If we move a bit extra, we get a coin, which is nice. And we hit the higher health Viper, which is also nice. Sure. So we'll actually use the bottom of Stoking Hail, creating a new fire. So doing a move 2 plus the boots to get a total of move 4. 1, 2, 3 onto this coin. Then we're going to use the top of Simulacrum. And we're going to consume the old fire. There's a new fire though. The ice, the dark, and the light, gaining 2 experience. This gives us attack 5 to target. We're going to target the ooze as well as Viper number 8. We'll do Viper number 8 first and then the ooze. All right, also we created an ice and both targets die. And that is our last ooze, so we will be retiring after this scenario. Well, Themris, it was a good run, but I'm not super sad to see this class go. I mean, we haven't had many levels of Vengeance, but I don't know, the earlier levels were frustrating. Vengeance makes the class a lot more powerful, but not in a very fun way. And ultimately, I just think it's kind of unfortunate design when you have to try to fight between whether having fun playing a class, I mean, whether doing fun stuff with a class or whether doing powerful stuff with a class, right? Powerful stuff should be the fun stuff. Unfortunately, with this class, it's not really that way, which I think is ultimately the biggest problem. I think if we followed the fun guide instead of the broken guide and tried playing on +2 difficulty consistently with this party, I don't think we would have been winning much. Although I haven't actually gone through the guide, so we'll see. I actually accidentally retired my Elementalist before leveling it up once. As I explained to Themis before, I actually have a curse with this class. This will be the third Elementalist I've retired. This is actually, I made it to 7 here. Previously, I'd never even made it to 7 once. And again, not actually because of trying. To retire, but just because it happens accidentally. My favorite class does broken stuff as well, but I don't know, in a way that feels more satisfying. Also, it indeed. Fairly enough, Themris, I'm moving even further away from that. I mean, I'm not even sure it's still my favorite class. In fact, Themris, when I play that class in this playthrough, I'm going to try playing it with my fixed version, banning the broken mechanic and increasing the max hand size by 2. And I'm going to see how it plays. So yeah. It was kill a particular type of enemy, and other party members picked 2 scenarios with a lot of that enemy. Then we failed one of them once and triple retired on the retry. I had a battle goal which was kill a particular type of enemy, which I think was probably the same type of enemy maybe you're talking about. And I actually did scenario. I'm not a fan of that fix. I think it'll be janky as hell. Yeah, I mean, it's the simplest fix. It's just a fix that I propose to people when they ask for how it works. I want to see if it does end up being janky or not, because I'm not actually sure if it works or not. But again, people ask me about it frequently, so I'd like to be able to give them less theoretical and more rooted in reality response. All right, so we're done there. Long rest doesn't get us anything, so we might as well not do that. So we can just short rest. I mean, it gives us the ability to choose what to lose. I think we'll bring the song back. That way we don't have to use endurance. We've got some spare time here, and playing songs gives us some free movement. Oh no! That's definitely not what we want. Oh no! Now that's the downside of bringing the song back. I guess we won't be playing Defensive Ditty anymore. That's a bit unfortunate. I mean, I still don't regret bringing it back. I think it was the correct decision, but obviously I wouldn't choose to lose it. We still got plenty of other songs. And the heal one every turn song is pretty decent against enemies that poison. And then obviously Disorienting Dirge will be pretty good soon. Missing a coin for the Viper. Right there. Yep, you're right. Good call. Also, we don't have this immobilize anymore. All right, so with our remaining turns, I'll try to kill this thing before it goes, hopefully. But, all right, so to clarify though, you still have the level 1 card. It's less of a balance concern and more of a... Many people ask me how if it's possible to play this class without using the mechanic that we're alluding to here, with banning that mechanic entirely. And so if you're going to ban not just the 6 and 9, but also the 1, you do have to have something to balance it out. And I think 11 makes sense more than 10. The reason why I think 10 doesn't work is because there are so many weaknesses for the class that are counterbalanced by the existence of that mechanic, like the modifier deck, the movement, etc. So I honestly think at 10, the class is just way too weak. I don't think it would be very fun to play. I think 11 allows you to play the losses, but I'll see again. Again, that might be the case. Maybe just having the 1 is fine. But again, this isn't the... Like I said, I've had a lot of people ask the very specific question. So I'm not sure. I think having the 1 might be okay. Again, I think the level 6 card is the most well, the level 6 and level 9 are both problematic. Level 9 is kind of... I mean, level 6, I think, is by far the most problematic card in the entire game, actually. I think that is the worst card in terms of balance in the entire game, the level 6 card. So I think if you wanted the simplest fix possible, banning that would take you a long way in the right direction. But again, like I said, this is less about balancing the class, because again, already removing stamina potions helps a lot with that, and more about making the class not use a mechanic which people don't want to use at all. And like I said, I think just going to 10 cards and with just banning the mechanic makes the class much too weak. But I'm not sure. Again, I'm going to test it and find out. All right. So, what are we doing here? We need a song. We need to kill this thing. The biggest problem is we have 26 initiative. It'd be nice to go before the Vipers. So if we're going to go before the Vipers, we need to do something which can actually deal with that one. Worst case scenario. I guess this can. Just an attack that wounds it. It pretty much gets a guaranteed kill. And then we can do early initiative. But I guess a move attack is also nice. It would be disadvantaged, but that's not that big of a deal. So actually that's even better. Although the move attack would be good when we go into the next room. So will the AoE curse. No matter what, the top is going to be our initiative. What is the top going to be? The top is going to be the healing song, for sure. He doesn't need any healing, but it'll remove the poison and then heal for 1 turn on the Quartermaster, which is pretty good. Yeah, this makes sense. Even if this fails, we can get an attack 2 when we play this, so this works. Oops, my bad. Oh, man. I don't want to blame it myself. It was going to be a non-split. I forgot to eliminate, so they went, and they flipped it. Now next time, of course, it's going to be a split as soon as I enter the room. All right, so we go at 11. But Themris, you say that it's fine, especially without sandpots, but I can tell you, I mean, for example, the Tinker alone can allow you to do that same action 5, 6 turns in a row. Is that still fine? And that's just with a Tinker, even without sandpots. Playing one loss and one not, I mean, not even without a loss, just playing one lost card, the Tinker can allow you to do that same broken action for 6 consecutive turns, easily, with just a little bit of help from elements, which is also pretty easy. Yeah, but not at level 1, right? What other class has a level 1 card that can break a level 7 scenario so much? Like, yeah, sure, if you want to compare level 9 cards, yeah, anyone can do that with level 9 cards. Again, there are tons of them. But it's a level 1 card that scales better than almost, I mean, it's a level 1 card that at level 9 is more powerful, technically 3 spear. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Yeah, the discussion is for another day. I think that's fair. All right, let's do our things here. So we do a move 3, attack 3. We're gonna do this first. 1, 2, 3 to here. It's gonna be disadvantage attack 3. That's okay. Because worst case scenario, we got another attack 2 if this misses. Nope. All right. So that gives us more than enough damage to kill this 1 health thing. We do not want to loot, so we're not stopping here, but that's fine. Because we're then going to set up Soothing Lullaby, which gives us a move 2 because of our weapon. And we go to here, carefully avoiding all these dangerous coins. Yeah, I should make a Vocation Wednesday on it sometime. I'll do the next rebalancing one, not this coming week, but the following week. And it'll be the next in numerical order, which is, where are we? I think it's the Scoundrel, right? Which is number 3 in numerical order. No, Spellweaver. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm letting you know now. It'll be the Spellweaver, not this coming Wednesday the 16th, but the 23rd will be when I'll post the rebalancing Spellweaver. Which is interesting because, yeah, it's not a class that requires much. Just a little bit of tuning. By the way, what do you think of this? I've thought about this a lot. My suggestion for how to rebound. Well, so Inferno we'll talk about later, but for Cold Fire, my suggestion for Cold Fire is to make it, instead of attack 1 base, make it attack 2 base. The reason why I think this is interesting is because, but don't worry, there's more, is because then it actually, like, one of the more annoying things about Cold Fire is you get it level 3, but then you don't actually use it for 2 levels. So by being attack 2 base, it already feels decent to use at level 3. And then have the ice consumption, instead of being stun, be immobilize, which fits with ice being immobilized for the class at level 1. All right, so we're up on the. Yeah, I know it's a big nerf, but I think it's necessary. And this is someone who likes playing Cold Fire, but still. All right, we have move 5 here. We heal 1 at the beginning of our turn, which just removes the poison, thanks to Soothing Lullaby. Let's see. How much movement do the elementals have? 2. So there's no reason to really go too far. You can just go into the coin. Might as well get some money. Yeah, attack 4 AoE with fire is good, but it's still the only fire, I mean, either with a loss at level 3 or once you get to level 5. It does make it stronger than it is with just fire, but I also think that's not such a problem. At level 5, being able to do a 2-turn setup attack 4 AoE is quite powerful, but again, it doesn't compare at all to the ability to stun, which is what scales so much better. Yeah, more elements required for the stun. It still creates a lot of the same problems, kind of. I guess not so much, but then you can just supplement it with items. So it still has a lot of the same issues. It also makes it more difficult for the class to actually use it. I think the immobilize is more like I just don't think I think AoE stuns are just bad, to be honest. AoE non-loss stuns I think are just a bad idea. I wouldn't I mean if I rebalance the Soothsinger, I also wouldn't encourage keeping Provoke Terror. So yeah, I just don't like the idea of the stun. Oh no, I think the new Cold Fire is weaker than the current Cold Fire for sure, while also still being fun and powerful. And most significantly, though, it scales worse. It might. I mean, all right. At level 5, it's stronger. At level 3, it's stronger. At level 7 or level 9, it is weaker. And I think that's fine. It makes it so that you level up and get new cards, and you actually get to use them as a Spellweaver, rather than being like, all right, well, I guess I've hit my peak, and then getting Inferno, I guess, which is a whole nother bundle of snakes. All right, so giant vipers are eliminated, and then the elementalist goes, and we've just got a generic move 2 here, and we just go to here. Getting the coins. We could use, no, we've already used boots, perfect. Quartermaster, because we're gonna long rest actually, so the quartermaster could use boots as well, but no, we didn't want to move more than this. All right. So both of us are doing long rests. And here we're doing, who knows? Well, we need to go to there. What do we have out of combat here? Not much. Dirge and a new song. What would be the new song then? Something like this. Just gives one curse. This is so bad here. How many curses are we at now? I don't think we want Disorienting Dirge song yet. We could just not play a song, but a song does give us a move too, which is nice. Which allows us to get closer to the door. Since we don't have much movement, this is important. Echoing Aria song? No. Otherwise, we just do a generic move. Yeah. Miss out on the 2 blesses, but we can get those later. So we just play this to get rid of it. So what do we want when we get into this room? I mean, certainly these 2 tops, as usual. So what bottoms do we want? I'm not sure we'll actually be close enough to use Nightmare Serenade, but probably still Nightmare Serenade. I mean, certainly 2 of these 3 bottoms. I guess these are just easier, safer to use than that is. I mean, than this is, so we might as well get rid of this here. Because this we can use from further away, Echoing Aria, and Dirge is always great. When your level 4 card is better than your level 7 card. All right. So we have a song up, we gain 1 experience, we just perform a generic move 3, moving to here. And do nothing. I mean, we could get both of these back, but I don't think that's necessary. I don't care that much about having this bottom. All right, and then we do 2 long rests, so we heal 2 here, plus we heal 1 for having the healing song up. Refresh this. Boots we didn't have to refresh. Over here we refresh this and refresh this. And in both cases we get to choose the card to lose. We haven't used Formless Power yet, so maybe we're not going to use it. Kind of just always have to move in this scenario. It's kind of the issue. Yeah, all right, let's just get rid of Formless Power. What are we losing? Honestly, probably Scroll of Judgment. The 2 damage AoE is not bad. It's kind of underwhelming here for a loss. The 1 target stun is nice, but it's just we're being swarmed by a bunch of small enemies, so single target stun just isn't very useful in this type of situation. I'd rather have my shields and my moves, and certainly my giant AoE attacks. Alright, there we go. So, time to break down the door. How close are we? Not that close, but kind of close. So, what do we do then? Oh, crap. When we long rested with the Elementalist, we also used the Wand of Storms and the Wand of Tremors. So we will have air and earth. 2 elements, huh? So with a 3rd element, we can make with 4, we could have Simulacrum, which would be nice. But we would have to get a 4th somehow, which would basically have to be Potion. Maybe that's worth. If we just do something like this, and I guess this. We can move more if we want, otherwise we can just stop on the door and make an attack 5 range 3 up to here. It's not very far. If we go here, we can hit basically anything. So either way, that seems pretty good. So then we go a bit later here. So we need the Soothsinger to be next. Soothsinger actually wants to go later, so the enemies run up and we don't have to move. Oh no, but then no, so we save Echoing Aria for the following turn. That's fine. But that's kind of silly as well. No, it still makes sense. I guess we want to keep the stun in case we need to run up and hit the oozes. No, but in that case, it's better to play the stun this turn because then we still have the option of running up. Sorry, Craggy, you're getting the bump. Spell over next week. Okay, gotcha. Do you think it's good to do the same class 2 weeks in a row, though? I understand the idea of wanting to discuss the class first before talking about rebalancing it, which worked well for the Tinker. But I think don't you think it's possible? I mean, I guess that's the problem with me choosing Spellweaver next. Hold on. What other starting classes have you done? Because otherwise I can just switch my order. It's not that important to go in numerical order. That's just how I started, but I don't have to finish that way. I think I prefer going late here. Even at 60, we can still theoretically run in and prevent them, and try to throw out a stun. And hopefully this way enough enemies will run up that we can CC them for the following round. Which is going to make Echoing Aria kind of silly, but then maybe we'll just use it to move. In that case, though, the disarm is better for enemies that move up. The problem is I'm just afraid that they won't have gone up early enough. But because if enemies are CC'd for the following round, we don't need it disable. Well, we don't need an attack prevention. But what we could still potentially use is the ability to run further into the room and then stun the oozes which are in the back before they split. So that's why it's better to save this for next turn. The issue is, like I said, 44 is not such a late initiative, and I want to make sure that I go after the enemies. But I guess in worst case scenario, I just use Dirge to move and use this. I prefer having a discussion first. Scoundrel and Mind Thief have been done. All right, that's fine. I can just do Scoundrel next then. Oh no, Scoundrel was just... Oh yeah, but it'll have been 2 weeks after. Yeah, let's do Scoundrel next. We did a Tinkerer, which I would say of the starting classes is the biggest one. I guess I should just do one more. We should just do one more starting class, and then I can do a unlockable. Which unlockable classes have been done? Or have any been done? No, you haven't done any yet. You're doing Sun soon. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll do Scoundrel then in 2 weeks, not Spellweaver. Scoundrel's pretty simple. Well, it's actually not that simple. I mean, really, the solution to Scoundrel is just to put it in an unlockable box. I prefer to wait on Mind Thief because we just did Tinker, which was really in-depth, and Mind Thief I think is also very in-depth. What is the thing with Tinker? Or is that way too long to get into? I see it both ways. I think it's a good idea actually for you to start alternating in. Yeah, that's true. That right now we do have a lot of new players, so starting class stuff is good. Yeah, but at the same time, like you said, the longer we. But that's tough. I don't know, Themris. That's a very good question. Well, it makes sense from a driving traffic in the short term perspective, but in the long term, it's tough to say. So anyway, well, Themris has a debate with himself because Themris, I don't know. I think it's up to you. I can see arguments for both way, and I'm not sure one's way is better than the other. The Schloys, what is the thing with the Tinker, or is that way too long of a thing to get into? No, the thing. So we had a big discussion about how to rebalance the Tinker, which was, I think, the best. I mean, was really well received. The Brute one was less well taken because people didn't seem to understand that the goal wasn't to make the Brute too good. And people, I think, see more of the issues with the Tinker. But Tinker has three problems. First problem the Tinker has is that he's not very good. Well, he's quite bad in small parties. Like two-player parties, weakest class in the game without a doubt in two-player parties. Um, Three-player party is borderline fine, but not great. Four-player party is just good, reasonable class. So that's problem one. Problem two, well, and this mostly is derived from the fact that the Tinker doesn't have that many good actions, non-loss actions specifically. So it just can't deal that much damage. If you want to bring enough like good actions, quote unquote, you end up having to bring healing, but healing's not very good in small parties. And then also his damage in general, yeah, I mean it's all linked there. His damage in general doesn't scale very well. He has good losses at level 1, but they don't scale, as losses don't scale very well. And then his later damage dealing abilities just aren't very good. So yeah, that's problem 1. Problem 2 is that healing in general in Gloomhaven just isn't appropriately scaled up to higher levels. And obviously the Tinker's biggest specialty is healing. This is the thing that he's better at than anyone else in the game, well, theoretically at least. At least supposed to be better than. And healing abilities just are not appropriately scaled to higher levels. Player health and monster damage goes up, increases significantly faster than healing does, which makes healing better at early levels than it is at later levels. At later levels, it's primarily just for removing negative conditions. And finally, the Tinker has the whole trap sub-theme, which is literally trap cards. I mean, the traps are really, really bad actions, and they just waste a whole bunch of actions for the Tinker, who already has a lot of situational actions, which just kind of make a mess for the class. So the traps pretty much just needed to be made playable or removed entirely. And yeah, you can read more about it there. There was a lot of discussion on it. I think it went really well. So yeah, what I was saying, Feminist, is I would rather not do the Mind Thief right away after having just done the Tinker, because I think the Mind Thief and the Tinker are the two starting classes that need the most discussion. So I'd rather go with a more laid back one. To be honest, I just didn't have the time. I think well, also it kind of got away from it, right? I mean, didn't the person, I read the top comment where they had like 4 non-lost summons and stuff like that, which, I mean, I'm making non-lost summons in a custom class, but I'm already afraid that it's too good. I can't imagine, I don't know. Was there something that I would have commented? What would I have said, Themris? You know me. All right, meanwhile here, let's focus. So we want to do Simulacrum. So we need to go after 44 so the Soothsinger can create the elements for us. We'd like to move probably a fair amount. Oh, but after 44, 43. So we can use our 94 for initiative. I'm not sure that's what we want. Excuse me. Otherwise, no, Crystallizing Blast is actually just a really good top in this scenario. This is less important. This is a nice bottom. Yeah, I guess we can just use this for initiative then. So in that case, we need, well, any card pretty much. What do we want to do the following turn? Probably Crystallizing Blast. Could be Vengeance. Could be Vengeance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. All right. So we can do this. If we can set up a good Vengeance, I mean, if it looks like there will be a good Vengeance the following turn, we can use this to create the elements. And if there won't be, we can just use this as a default move to and get it back with our Endurance Potion. Since we have an odd number of cards in our hand anyway, it will give us an extra turn, and then we can set up the Vengeance further down the road. Too many non-lost summons. Still need to get feedback on that class, by the way. Tinker, best 2-player tank. Yeah, it's fine. It's no hurry. I've got plenty of things to do anyway. Haven't gone back to look at that class much lately. But yeah. The biggest concern I have with that class is exactly the non-lost summons. I think this mechanic needs to exist, but I'm not sure if it works the way it does. It's changing him from 2 health to 1 health doesn't change anything. I don't know. Otherwise, just making it on kills. We'll see. I actually like the Tinker a lot, but it does occur to me that I spent most of the time at higher levels being significantly higher level than my party for some reason. Anyway, this turn looks good for us. So, Quartermaster first. We're going to do move 2, shield 1 self. Onto the door. We still got boots if we need to go further. Let's see what's up in this room. First, the line of water running through the sewers. And then the oozes. Ah, and 3 players, there's an ooze over here, so we got some splitters. All right, so we got 3 regular oozes. Oops. Ah, 1, 2, 3. Two elite vipers and 1 regular. Mm-hmm. 9 and 12 health here, respectively. All right, let's see what they're all up to. We've got all the enemies in this room. Is the first turn split? It is, and like I said, I have no one to blame but myself for this, because if I had accidentally, if I had eliminated it, then we didn't do this on this room. Then they would have done their non-split. They were doing like the loot action, just moving up and whatever. All because I forgot to click a button. Punished. Oops. All right. And jump, huh? Target all adjacent enemies. Interesting. All right. Well, we don't really need to move any further in. Is there an advantage to it? No, not really. Yeah, at this level indeed. So the problem is now we're going to get bogged down by Vipers up here while the Ooze is just going to sit in the back, splitting. Well, I mean, I guess they're going to split 1 here. This is the real danger of splitting there. But yeah, well, there's nothing we can really do about this. So yeah, we'll stay where we are. No reason to use our boots. We'll create light with the top of the ball, scroll of lightning. We'll do an attack 5, range 3, targeting the elite Viper. Again, always targeting elites because the regulars can be executed. All right. So 6 damage here, down to 8. And we're done. So the giant vipers go. So they have move +1 with jump. So it's 5 movement with jump, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one will go here. Ooh, the regulars actually. Oh, that's annoying. Well, anyway, these 2 first. Oops, we have a song up, so we're supposed to heal 1 at the beginning of our turn. There we go. All right, so the first 2 elites, their attacks are at -1. So the first will be a 3, and then after that we'll have a 4 because they'll be poisoned. So 3, curse on the lower one, and then a 4. Okay, double curse. And then we've got this one. So again, +1 movement and jump means 5 movement and jump. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. And first the quartermaster, then the soothsayer with attacks. Quartermaster. All right, so this guy normally hit for 2, but +1 from the poison is 3. We have 1 from crushing hammer, 1 there, so we take 1 damage and deal 1 retaliate. And then on the soothsayer. All right. So just a poison. Thanks, Emerus. Take care. All right, so then the Vipers are done. So now it's up to the Soothsayer. 1 experience for having a song up. Yeah, we'll play Disoriented Dirge, and we can't move up anyway. So 1 experience for playing the bottom of Dirge. There are 3 enemies within range 3, so we give 3 curses. And then we have our 2 allies, so we give 2 blesses. All right, and there we go. So then we have the top of Throw Voice. We can actually shape it like this and disarm all the Vipers. And we're done. So the scouts go and do nothing, which I'd rather them move up, although they weren't moving up at this point anyway, unless they had their jumps or ranged attacks. All right, and then we're up on the... Oh, oops, and we were supposed to use a potion. Yeah, I think it's still worth it. Yeah, so on our turn, we also use a minor mana potion to create, we'll say dark. All right, so then it is the elementalist's turn. Move to here. We'll hit the 2 elites, I think. Yeah. All right. So creating these 2 elements doesn't do much, or does it? If we kill this, fortunately, hit the wrong elite. It would have been better to have him there and him there, but well, I mean, it wasn't us who chose. Not that it really would have changed anything. This one being higher health is an issue. Because if we could kill this one, then we could go through and vengeance down there next turn, but that's just not happening right now. If we go here now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, expand. We can't actually do it. All right, let's create the elements. Let's try. So we'll use Primal Duality to move. We create a new light and a dark at the end of the round. And so for now, we're going to consume the old light and dark, as well as the air and earth, to use Simulacrum, gaining 2 experience. This gives us attack 5 to target. We're going to target both the Vipers. We have line of sight and range in both of them. We'll do 4 and then 7. Nothing else to use here. So 4 and then 7. Okay, so we created wind, and we got a +1 over here. It's down to 2. It's down to 9. And then the oozes go. And they will create 2 new oozes. And yes, it does get out of control pretty quickly. Okay. And that's the end of the round. So the quartermaster needs to kill this one at the very least. This one we don't really have to worry about so much. No matter what, I think we want to play these things. Past the water, there's actually, on 3-player, there's one that just starts over here. So there's an ooze that starts here and 2 oozes that start here. So this one just starts splitting over here. This is the bigger issue, because yes, otherwise these ones can only split one at a time, which is much better. This is much more vicious. That's okay, don't worry about it. What else are we doing? Yeah, catastrophic bomb is not, it's not really catastrophic bomb's time yet. That's fine. I almost only play solo 2-hand. Yep. Yeah, I mean, most of my early experience in Gloomhaven was also primarily playing 2-player with my fiance. So we need to kill the Vipers, we need to kill the Vipers early. This one we can kill easily enough. When does the Elementals want to go? I mean, ideally, like, go at 17. Well, oozes aren't that fast. Probably don't need to go that early. I don't think I want to use Crystallizing Blast for movement, but I still have my boots. Setting up ice. Well, it can allow me to do Crystallizing Blast with Robes of Evocation the following turn, which is probably what we want to do. 2, 3, 4 to there. Like I said, Vengeance over here. Yeah, that works. So if we do that at 17, then I guess going before that means we have to play this at 12. That's probably okay. And I guess we should probably just make this attack. Just giving us 2 attack 2s, because we just absolutely have to kill that Viper. Our entire round depends on it. So by giving 2 attack 2s, we pretty much guaranteed kill it. I mean, unless we draw specifically a -1 plus a -2, or -2 plus a miss, or miss plus -1. We should always kill the left Viper, which is the most important thing to do, and we go early here, which makes sense. All right, so like I said, we're gonna go at 17. And we're going to play the Old Vengeance. And so what do we want to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, so it would be good if we could move up, but there won't really be a space for us to move up is the biggest issue. But I guess, actually, that's fine. So this works. So playing Echoing Aria is going to give extra shield to the Quartermaster, or whoever. So it's going to give 2 shield with this, and then this is also going to give 2 shield. And it actually doesn't matter so much if it's the Quartermaster who gets focused or the Elementalist here, because actually both of these affect both people. So even if it's the Elementalist, it'll be Tank Mentalist, who has 8 or 8 shield, 4 shield between the two of these. So it doesn't matter so much that the enemies are attacking. The most significant thing to avoid is splits. But the Elementalist is executing over here, so these can't split anymore. And if we use the stun on provoke, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, expand. This kind of sucks because we're only hitting 1, but that's actually fine, because if these split, they do nothing. They actually just take damage. And this one won't split because we'll stun it. Yes, obviously this is worse for their ranged attacks, but like I said, we've got a lot of shield. I mean, we'll still take some damage because they still hit for 4 and there'll be poison. So it does suck a little bit, but honestly, I think this is fine. All right, so let's do this. Considering that these are the only 2 cards we have left, it seems like honestly a fine route to go down. So, is he hurt? No. Let's go. All right, some stuff. Oh, going at 12. Oh no. Oh, but they're all disarmed. Okay. Oh, but they have shield. Oh, oh, that's okay. Uh, that. Ugh. They message was passed on to them by the golems from the last scenario about how to mess with our plans. All right, we gain 1 song for having a song, or we gain 1 experience for having a song up. It's still correct to play Echoing Aria, I think. Huh. This is interesting. Let's see. So 3 range. Wrench in the plan check. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we can fix this though. We can fix this. Um, these will die with the execute for sure. We'll go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Expand. These die. These have only 3 range actually and are not moving when they attack this round. God, Scout's just being useless back there. So in fact, this has 3 range. 1, 2, 3. So it can only hit to here. So actually, we don't need to stun these at all, which allows us to use Provoke Terror's bottom to make sure, well, as much as possible, to make sure that we kill this one so that we can do Vengeance. So we're actually going to start by doing that. We're going to use the bottom of Provoke Terror as an attack 4, range 4, push 3, targeting Viper number 7. Wrench in the plan, but hopefully a surmountable one. All right. So we hit this for close to 1 million more damage than actually is needed to kill it. And it dies. Now we could play the top of Echoing Aria. It would give us an attack 2 here, but we'd be switching out a healing song for a Retaliate song. The Retaliate song currently doing nothing, whereas the heal song, I mean, well, it's removing poison, which basically heals 1. I mean, it's healing 1 a turn. So we basically have the choice of getting rid of a song which heals for 1 a turn to deal 2 damage now. I think I'd rather have the long-term benefit of the song. At the same time, next turn no, because we don't actually have other good songs to get up. Yeah, this is fine. Let's just leave the song up. Let's not use the top of Echoing Aria. Oh no, we can. What am I? I'm just an idiot. We can punch with Echoing Aria. It's the same exact thing. Yeah, so we're just gonna use the top of Echoing Aria. I'm so used to the Master's Loot, but there's another way to do this with your hands. All right, so we're gonna make an attack 2 as the Soothsinger, simply attacking the regular Viper next to us. All right. So we just do 4 damage to him, putting him down to 3. And then we're done. So then the Giant Vipers go, but they're both disarmed, so they do nothing, although they do have 1 shield now. I still think that it is completely anti-thematic that Vipers can have shield somehow. They like harden their skin or something. I don't know. Yeah, getting disadvantage for the round would make so much more sense. Although they do already have that, but just having another instance of that, this just feels weird. All right, so then we have the Quartermasters up next. Unfortunately, we don't really have another line here. I mean, this attack is so bad now because they have 1 shield, but it still just makes sense to do this rather than, I mean, we could set up Reinforced Steel, but this is a long scenario. because it takes us so long to move through it and to just kill all the oozes which can spawn that I think I'd rather just not play loss here and run out of longevity. So we'll just do hasten step. So we'll do attack 2, attack 2. So we'll do the first attack 2 targeting the irregular Viper behind us, probably both of them on him. Oh, sorry. At the beginning of our turn we heal for 1 because of Soothing Lullaby, which just removes the poison. All right, so attack 2. Oh yeah, nice. We got our compass back. We had used it. All right, so 1 damage, attack 2. Oh. So at this point, there are 2 left in our deck. Yeah, I don't think we use anything else here, though, still. All right, so the other attack 2. Oh, dagger, come on. I mean, that obviously was not very probable. We had a 1 out of 8 there for the second one to be that. I mean, what we have even used. We could have just used we could have done the bottom here generic first. That doesn't make sense because we'd probably pick up a coin if we had the choice to get this back, but getting this back doesn't even matter that much because we wouldn't be gaining an extra turn here. I mean, we could use it again, so we'd kind of be gaining a half a turn basically. I could have used this to guarantee the kill, but again, then we have to be sure that we get this. And it's much more likely that we just flip a +1 than flip this specifically, so oh well. So we have the bottom now. Now we need to leave the spot for the Elementalist, so we'll just stay where we are. That's fine. Guess we'll do the shielding even though it doesn't matter. Alright, Elementalist up next. Move 2 creating ice with Infernal Vortex. We're going to use our boots to get 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab this coin. Yoink. And then we're going to use the Top of Vengeance, consuming light and dark. Gain 1 experience. And again, 1, 2, 3, expand. Yada yeah. Again, it makes much more sense to eliminate these than to eliminate these down here because these, when they split 2, whereas down here they only split 1 at a time. Okay. Oozes are done. Like I said, they have no range on us. 3 range. The regulars and the scouts go, and again, do nothing. Alright, yeah, we'll short rest. No reason to bring a song back. Okay. It's still more important to have my top CCs, so. Do need to start gaining some longevity here. We are down to 6 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving down there seems, oh, we don't have our big move. This still works though. So we do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 with our boots. Then we can start skewering. I don't mind that. At the same time, this is also pretty good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 2. No. So we can never hit 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, we can. 3, 4, 3, 2. Yes, so we can't hit all of them. They have 1 shield, but we have the power potion. How much is damaging all of them versus just moving next to them and preventing them from splitting? Let's see. So ideally we'd like to do this. It also works well because the Elementals would really like to use Crystallizing Blast this turn. Because she doesn't have, or it doesn't have elements set up for anything else. And then we can move and create fire to do ice spikes the following turn. Seems pretty good. Initiative checks out well as well. So then the only thing we have to be afraid of is the split and the fact that we're kind of just leaving these Vipers here, huh? I actually should have brought a song back because I actually just want to play a song. Yep, should have brought the song back. Yeah, I definitely see the value in rushing them. But it only stops 1 split. If they do split though, I guess I can't make it with the cards that I'm playing as the risk. But at the same time, this does actually stop the splits, just playing that. So I think this is fine. So then what do I want for a bottom? I need something with good initiative. This actually works. I mean, we can use this presumably just to kill him. Yeah.
And if they're not splitting, we can stun kill, and if they are splitting, we can kill stun. And this gives our allies some very effective stuff to do. All right. And yeah, we want to go early because of the Vipers. All right, let's do this. Not splitting, good. So, Soothsinger up first, game 1 experience. We're first going to do the bottom of Nightmare Serenade, game 1 experience, doing attack 1, range 3, curse, targeting just the Viper adjacent to us, disadvantaged. All right, so it's dead. And then we're going to use the top of Provoke Terror. So yeah, this ooze will not hit us. The scouts I couldn't care less about at this point. So yep, I'll just stun the Elite Viper. All right, so then the Quartermaster's up next. We're going to use Sharpening Kit. You and all allies with a range 2 at +1 attack to all your attacks this round, and then Catastrophic Bomb, game 1 experience. And we'll use the Major Power Potion. So this gives us a total of attack 4. And again, we will go 3. So hold on. So this is range 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 to here, and then we go 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that. 3, 3, 4, 3, 2. So this is an attack 4 on all the oozes. So we'll do 1, 5, 9 numerical order. 1. Right, so it's an attack 5, an 8, and a 3. All right, kind of all over the place, but so be it. They have 1 shield. So a 5 does 4, down to 6. An 8 does 7, down to 3. And a 3 does 2, down to 8. And we're done. So then it's the Elementalist's turn. So we do need to actually move up, but that's fine, I think. Again, they have 2 range here, so yeah. So we'll use the bottom of Stoking Hail to do a move 2, creating fire. Just going to here. The scouts shouldn't hit us, no. And then we'll use the top of Crystallizing Blast. So we're still at range 2, so we still get Sharpening Kit's bonus, and then we're going to use our Robes of Evocation. Again, during your attack, consume any element to add +1 attack to the entire attack action, consuming the old ice there. So this turns Crystallizing Blast into an attack 3, which also conveniently creates ice. So we got attack 3, range 3, and so we go 1, 2, 3 like this and expand. So we'll do the same, 1, 5, 9 in that order. Oh, I did the numbers wrong because I did 1, 5, 9. My bad, my bad. I've got to fix it. So this one should be at 8. Yeah, because I said, I just so used to doing top to bottom, but I said I would do 1, 5, 9. And then this one should be at 3. There we go. Fixed. All right. We'll do top to bottom this time since it threw us off last time. 1, 9, 5. There we go. All right, so each of these is an attack 3. Okay, so a crit on a 3 is a 6. So 5, putting him down to 1. Well, he won't split anymore. That's good. Fire we already have, so 2 damage, down to 6. +1 here would be nice because then we get a kill. No, ice as well, which we already have. So down to 1. Okay. Do we want any more elements? What are we up to next turn? No, we're probably just playing Ice Spikes. Yeah, Ice Spikes on some scouts seems better. I mean, we could create Wind now to have the option of Winter's Edge, but I don't think there's any world in which we're using Winter's Edge over Ice Spikes here. All right, so this seems fine. So we're done. Giant Viper stunned. Just happened. There we go. Giant Viper stunned. Scouts go. -1 movement. So 5 on the Elite. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or so far, 4 on the Elite. Although 4 or 5 wouldn't change anything. And then 3 movement on the regulars. 1, 2. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that clumping. And this is actually how it would work. Let's double check that I'm not wrong here. All right. So this one has, again, oops, no, the Elite was here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the closest it can get. This is the hex it focuses. Then here, just 1, 2. This doesn't put it any closer. Neither of these changes anything. This doesn't go any closer because from here it's 1, 2, 3. From here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3. But here's 2 movement. Here's 3 movement. Yep, and 1, 2, 3. Couldn't have drawn it up better, but that is actually how they would do it. And then the oozes go, but have 2 range literally. So 1, 2, hit nothing. All right. Well, our initiative isn't great here, but our turn is. So, do what we can. Here, kind of same story, except minus the turn being great. And here, I need to move in. Well, splitting right now, no, splitting is still an issue, right? Because this one will actually suicide first. This one will die as well, but this leaves a coin. And then this one, but there'll just be 2 4-health oozes. That doesn't really matter too much. The furthest we can go is here, unless this gets killed first, which I don't think is happening. We don't actually have line of sight on these things back here, though, from here. So we can't really affect them in any meaningful way. Also, why don't we just do something like this? What do we want for a top then? I guess just some disarm can be fine. I don't know exactly what we'll use it on, but decent chance it can do something. I think it's better that than using the curse now. It has a more immediate effect. All right. Oozes are looting. So Giant Viper is actually going first at 32. Who's earlier of these two? Whew. Close, but just barely the Quartermaster. All right. So the Giant Viper goes first. It's going to make an attack 4 poison, +2 if it has any allies adjacent to the target, but it doesn't. So an attack 4 poison targeting the Quartermaster. All right. So we just block 1 here, take 3, and poison. And we do 1 retaliate here, down to 8. Okay. So then it's the Quartermaster who's up next. So we're going to begin by using the top of Giant Club, gaining 1 experience, making an attack 5, targeting this Viper. You could skewer one of the oozes. It's just a 1-health ooze. It seems so invaluable. I mean, so pointless. Because we could compass this here. No, there's no guarantee that we get a refresh on the compass before the last room, and there is at least 1 trap in the last room, so I'd rather have the compass there. Could save us from an ooze splitting or something like that. And here again, yeah, it's just to deal 1 damage, effectively 2, but still, just to kill a 1-health ooze, nah. All right, so our attack 5, did we gain our 1 experience? We did. So attack 5 on the Viper with Giant Club. So 6. Viper down to 2. Oh, sorry. At the beginning of our turn, we healed for 1, which gets rid of this poison. So then we're going to use the bottom of Bladed Boomerang, move to... I mean, whatever. Doesn't actually change anything. Now we'll just stay in place. And then an attack 1, so we need a +1 here. Come on. Ugh, that's the opposite of a +1. That's unfortunate. All right, and then I guess we're just staying in place with Bladed Boomerang. So then it is the Elementalist's turn. So the Elementalist is going to use... Yeah, I really do want... Oops. I just changed sound setting accidentally. Hopefully my mic is still coming through fine. Yeah, I think it should be. So this is kind of interesting. So I'm just fixing something a little bit there. We can use our earring in order to be able to add basically +1 to ice spikes here on all these targets. It's 3 damage basically from the earring. The targets are not super relevant, but I guess kind of can be. And then we also create 2 elements for next turn, which can also be relevant. Sure, that's fine, I think. Worth doing. So we'll use the 2 wands real quick to create earth and air. And then we will pop our earring to refresh all of our spent items. There's no point in using Hawk Helm. It doesn't change anything. We're already in range. Oh, we actually don't have line of sight of this one from where we are. Oh, woof. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, does that change our plan then? Now we're only hitting 2 targets. We could move. But then we're also making ourselves more exposed, which I don't love. Yeah, because actually, as is, this scout's also not hitting us, which is a good thing. He hits for 2. 2 damage. How significant is that to us? But I mean, yeah, by moving, we're getting 1 more target with ice spikes, but we're giving up burial. No, I don't think that's worth it. So in that case, I think I'm actually not convinced that I want to want to do all these things. Well, it does give me at least some setup for next turn by having these elements, though, making Simulacrum more reasonable if I flip Fire and Ice here. Actually, I only need to flip one element because Burial will create Dark. Yeah, this is worth it then. All right, so we will do all these things still. So we'll use Ice Spikes. We'll consume the Fire and the Ice. So Fire gives us 1 experience plus 1 attack. So this gives us attack 2 wound. And we're using, oh, sorry. So we did refresh all these things. My bad. And then we use Robes of Evocation to consume the Ice to add +1 as well. So this gives us attack 3 wound. And just targeting number 5 and number 7 here. I think it's better to hit these than the oozes. The oozes I care less about. At this point, they're less of a threat. Yeah, they're not pretty non-threatening. I mean, these two will never even split. There's just this one, and we have plenty of time to deal with that. The scouts are actually more valuable to wound at the very least. All right, so we'll do the elite, then the regular, 5 and 7. So each of these is an attack 3 wound. So we need to flip an element here. And 2 flips, potentially 3 this turn. All right. Of course, when you want an element, that's what's the problem with this class. So we do 4 here in the end. We do 5 here. Okay. Well, the good thing about getting +2 here. Wait, did I counted those right? Yes. Ice Spikes is 2, plus our robes made it 3, plus a +2. Yep, 5. All right, well, I guess we'll use Burial, creating Dark, and we will hit the regular, because again, doing 3 damage to it, it should die from its wound. So now we really, 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 really want to flip an element here to set up some Simulacrum next turn. So, come on, element. 1 time. No. All right, so we got 4 damage here, which kills this. Yes, using your modifier deck for element generation sucks. This class has some issues. All right, and so we're done. So then next up is the Soothsinger. So we're going to do a move 3, attack 3. 1, 2, 3. I mean, the Quartermaster can pretty easily kill this. But I guess killing this also, I mean, the Ooze is going to move up. It's going to loot the coin. Doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just hit this fight, this scout over here. So we'll do our, oops, we gain 1 experience for having a song up. So we do an attack 3. So it's a move 3, attack 3. So attack 3 targeting scout number 5. +1. 4 damage, putting it down to 4. And then we use the top of Throw Voice. And literally the only thing we can disarm that matters is disarming this. We have 1, 2, 3, and still line of sight easily. So we disarm him, so he will hit no one. All right, so the oozes go. Oh, there's another reason not to wound them is they're going to heal themselves. -1 movement. So they have 1 movement each. So this one goes to here. I guess they weren't looting that. This one doesn't move. This one goes to here. And they each heal for 2. All right, well, now we do actually have issues with the oozes again. Because now there are actually 2 that can split. Oh, they split 1 health enemies. With Catastrophic Bomb, this is less of an issue. We'll see. All right. So this one has line of sight on no one, and this one takes 1 damage, going down to 3. But is disarmed, so attacks no one. All right, short rest here, short rest on the Quartermaster. Well, we didn't get the extra element. The Quartermaster can create light for us early this round, so I think we want to keep Simulacrum. Yeah, if we decide to keep this and we lose Vengeance, obviously it feels bad. No, that's fine. But, I mean, after Vengeance, Simulacrum is our second best card, so... And it's not like we're a Spellweaver where we absolutely lose if we lose Vengeance. In fact, it just makes playing the class a little more fun. It's a little bit more interactive at the very least. Okay, that's fine. So we need to create light for the Elementalist. We also need to go early. And we need to finish off this. But the Soothsinger can actually finish that off with a generic attack and then do the wounding thing on Singing Arrows here, which means that'll die before it splits. So this deals with 2 problems pretty well and at early initiative. So I like it. So then the Quartermaster just needs to do this. It needs to go before the Elementalist goes. When does the Elementalist want to go? Well, what are we simulacring is the question. Right now, Vengeance doesn't look very good if we set it up next turn. This should die effectively to the Soothsinger. I mean, yeah, it could heal itself afterwards, but We don't really need to worry about it, is more or less the point. Obviously, we're going to hit this with Simulacrum. I guess maybe just hitting this and this makes sense. Because Vengeance down here does something, but it doesn't hit two things. Vengeance here does something, but this is unnecessary. I mean, I guess then the Soothsinger would be able to move up if we Vengeance these two next turn, but I think we want to make sure we have one of them dealt with this turn. So I don't think we're setting up Vengeance right now. I mean, we know we're using Simulacrum, and we know we want to go early. So how? But the question is how early. So what do we want to set up the following turn? I mean, I guess Winter's Edge or Crystallizing Blast are both just fine options, and this gives us good initiative. Makes sense. All right, so then for us, we need to go before 17. So as usual, we need to play our 12. All right, this works. Which we can actually Endurance Potion back, and will give us an extra turn here. Let's go. Yeah, there's the split that we were worried about this turn, but fortunately, we should be able to mostly handle it. Wait, oh no, this is summoned, so if that... Ooh, all right. Well, we've got some issues, but we've got some solutions as well. There's some problems and there's some answers, and we'll see how the two work together. So first is the Soothsinger, gain 1 experience for having a song up. So we're going to begin by doing the top of Echoing Aria as an attack 2, targeting the Viper. Generic attack 2. Here we go. Come on! Come on! Oh, all right. So that continues to present a problem because we need the... I mean, I guess the Quartermaster really does need to be able to get past there. He has boots, but that only gets to here. No. All right. So we have to kill this. We don't really have a choice. So this gives us a really bad play. But unfortunately, well, we've got the ring otherwise. No, we got no cards in our hand. So that means we're not wounding this one. Wounding this one literally kills it before it splits. Which means that we're free to then hit other ones. But then we leave this Viper, and then the Quartermaster can only hit this as well. Quartermaster can't get past the stupid Viper that's in the way. Man, this Viper has plot armor for sure. I guess we can use the compass to move the Viper, but that feels bad. That feels really bad. No, I think we'll hit the Viper. All right, and in order to guarantee kill it, so that even plus 0 kills, we'll actually use our minor power potion here on the bottom of Singing Arrow. Because we actually, I mean, I know it would die from 1 damage and wound, but we need it to die before the Quartermaster goes. So we'll make an attack 2 wound at the bottom of Singing Arrow, attacking this Viper. Definitely not optimal, but ultimately we don't have a choice. All right, well, good thing we got the plus 1 damage. So we get 2 damage in the end, and we kill this Viper. All right, ECO, see ya. Take care. Have a nice weekend. And look forward to seeing you again soon. All right. So then the Quartermaster is up next. So, like I said, we really want to hit this one, I think. If we block here, then this doesn't split, actually, and just takes damage, so that's good. Missing a coin, but so be it. So we're going to use the bottom of Reinforced Steel as a generic move 2. We're just going to move to here. Then we're going to use the top of Scroll of Lightning, creating light, and making an attack 5 range 3, and we're targeting ooze number 9. Nothing special to use here. Ooh, baby. All right. Ooze number 9 was a real ooze, so even though we kill it, number 1 will still not split because it does drop a coin. So that's good. Very nice. All right, so then the Elementalist is up. So to begin with, we have a move 2. We do have our boots, worst case scenario. Who do we need to hit? We need to hit this ooze no matter what. But the Hawkhelm can kind of do that for us. Also like to hit here, I guess? So that it dies. I guess they're just looting. Ooh, looting is mean. So him moving up here is actually good. But we have to go at least to here. Yeah, they're going to grab those coins, but so be it. I mean, this is an annoying scenario. More important to me is beating this scenario than worrying about getting all the coins I can get. So, yeah, let's do Infernal Vortex as a move 2, creating ice, going to here. 2, 3, 4. All right. So I think we'll just hit the regular so as to not have disadvantage. It makes the most sense. So then we're going to use Simulacrum. So we gain 2 experience. I guess gaining experience really doesn't matter at this point since we're retiring after this guaranteed. We're going to consume air and earth, light and dark to give ourselves attack 5, target 2. And normally it's range 3, but we will use our Hawkhelm to add 1 range. So here we have 4 range. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will target Ooze number 5 and Vermling Scout number 9 in that order. Okay. Okay. So down here it was a +0, but creating fire. It can be relevant. So just 5 damage. This has 3 health and 1 shield, so it's dead. And then over here we did 6, putting this down to 3. Simulacrum's a nice card, and we're happy we did not lose it. All right, so then the scouts go. So this one's already exactly where it needs to be. It takes 1 damage from its wound, and loots the 2 coins, unfortunately. And this one, 1-2 is the closest, and then loots this coin as well. Oh no! It freed up the ooze! It freed up the ooze! All right. Strategic looting. Fair enough. If we'd gone to here then, yeah, if we'd used the boots, that was a mistake then. That was a mistake. We would have had a coin here, and we would have had 1 less ooze. I mean, they're 2 1-health oozes. It's not the end of the world, but I didn't even think about it. That's clever. That is very clever, Vermling. All right. I see you. So then this ooze goes, takes 2, and splits. So creates a 1 health split ooze as well. All right. Well played. Giant vipers were eliminated. So yeah, it would have been correct to use my boots and just to move further, because then he would have just gone here. And they would have both stayed where they were and wouldn't have had these issues. I kind of think I need to take a long rest on the Soothsayer here. Oh, we've got a nice clump for curses. Wouldn't mind getting some curses before the last room. All right, let's bring a song back then. Oh, we should have healed 1 on the elemental turn because we had the song up. No, let's not bring the song back. We need to use endurance potions here anyway. All right, that's fine to lose. Yeah, we've lost 3 cards already. Our longevity is all shot to hell, but that's okay. Oh, we don't. Oh, no, we do have the top curse. We need a top curse, and we need low initiative, which is one of these. Well, the one that can also curse is nice, although the cursing one always kills them. But that's fine, because then we just kill everything. We're not moving much, though, which is an issue, because at most we can only go one of these at a time, kind of. I guess that's not completely true. Once these are dead, then we can go 1, 2, 3, and then we can go 1, 2, 3. It's still going to take us a little while, but I suppose that's all right. I mean, I think we should do this. We'll see. It depends on what our allies are doing. So what are our allies doing? Well, guess we really don't need the damage, huh? But if we don't have the damage, I mean, I guess then we're just moving to here. But yeah, that does put us, so instead of going here and then here, it doesn't really change anything. If we go here this turn, we go, no, but it's because we're actually moving this turn. So it still does accelerate it by 1 turn. So yeah, let's go like this then. Because I think they should be able to take care of killing all of them. So we have fire and ice. Yeah, I mean, the 3 target wound here is way too good to pass up. Oops. With ice spikes. Don't have low initiative except for this. I guess we can just endurance this, because we'll want to set up light and dark with that before we go into the next room. But that's easy enough to do by just endurancing it. We'll have to endurance again to make sure we actually gain a turn, but that's okay as well. All right, so wound literally kills this one, not quite this one, and this one, well, still has 1 turn, so we kind of just need to hit those 2. We can't move, though, unless we go after, but we need to kind of go after them so the wound actually kills. Same time, we could just actually heal this turn. And go later and kind of do some moving. So the Elementalist probably, no, the Elementalist doesn't move 2 after, well, we'll see. No, probably doesn't even get to do a move 2, huh? It just kind of depends. So what would we get to do? Also not really any moving. Well, worst case scenario. Oh, we actually forgot to bring this back. Well, too late now. I mean, we just bring this back. We'll see. This gives us enough movement, and maybe we go after them, so maybe we get an opening to go through. Maybe not. But either way, I think we're just healing here, because it doesn't look like we really need to deal any damage. Everything should more or less die this turn or the next. And it's not like we can really accelerate things. Well, at the same time, I guess healing next turn is also fine. We're going to need time moving towards the next room. So what if we do that? So what if we hit them, so then we need to go earlier? Ooh, that's blowing our big move. Well, hopefully we kill them. Or hopefully we kill something, so we have a way to move through. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. All right. This works. Let's go. Well, that's scary, but it's late, so it doesn't matter too much. All right. The Soothsayer's first. gain 1 experience for having a song up. We're going to do Singing Arrow, targeting this triangle, so we give them 3 curses. Have we lost Dirge as well? We have. Oh. So all the curses in their deck is never going to be as good as we'd like it to be, but it still helps. Okay, that's there. And then we use the bottom of Echoing Aria as a generic move 3, which only gets us to there. And because we used a default bottom action, we're going to use Endurance Potion and bring it back. All right, so the next up is the Elementalist. So we are going to use the top of Ice Spikes, consuming fire, gaining 1 experience, hitting all of these. So we'll do the disadvantage first. We'll do 1, 9, and then 10. So disadvantage, disadvantage, regular, attack 2, wound. Okay, so 2 wound. Oops. Oh, I love ambiguity. So 4, and then 2 wound. So let's double check this again. So the first thing we had ice and oh, I guess we just go back here. So this was our last flip. This was our second, or this was our second flip in that order. Yep, bless and then fire. So first we had ice and then +1. And then we had bless and fire, and then we had ice. So ice and +1 gives us just +0. So again, 2 in wound. So 2 just kills this. And then bless and +0, but +0 with fire is ambiguous, so we get the bless. So that makes it 4, which was here. So he's dead. That's good. And then here, 2 in wound again. So this is dead. But those will spawned, so they drop no coins. Yeah, ambiguity makes a ton of sense here. Admittedly, it wouldn't change too much because this one would die from the wound on its turn anyway, but still. It does change something. Okay, and then we have a move to, I guess it lets us get a coin, which is nice. Move to, and we want to do an endurance potion. We want to use a generic rather than creating light and dark because we want to make sure we can create light and dark when we go into the next room. So we will just use a default move 2 on the bottom of Primal Duality to get Primal Duality back by using a minor endurance potion. Okay, so we're done. So then it's the Quartermaster's turn. So the Quartermaster's going to gain 1 experience and do a Catastrophic Bomb, just hitting the elite here. The most catastrophic of bombs on a single enemy. All right, +1 gives us 2 damage, which kills this who has 2 health left. And then we have a move 5 with Hasten Step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we grab a coin and move less. I guess we're going to long rest before we enter the next room, probably. So we actually can just move up next to the door next turn. So let's just grab this coin. All right. They're all eliminated. So, I mean, this. Oh, we also healed 1 on our turn because of the song. I mean, we're just doing move. I mean, I guess the turn we could potentially go in, better to have the longer range stun. And the other thing doesn't really matter. Sure, we'll just play these 2 this turn. We're basically just moving along the way. Here, we're healing. Ah, that is why it's better to be closer. Because then, well, does the Elementalist actually have enough movement? Yeah, we've got this actually. Well, actually, we want to create light and dark. So let's see. We create light and dark the turn before we go in, but then we're not close enough this turn. So we need to do a move 4 this turn, and then we create light and dark. That works. So for us, we do a small move and a small move. Yeah, that works. All right. So we want to be as close to the door as possible, so we should use our bigger moves. This is our biggest move. And as usual, we have no tops which matter. We're going to be endurancing one of these cards back, but no matter what, we want to play this next turn, and then have Vengeance the turn we go in. I guess what is the card we want to play when we play Vengeance to move in? I mean, really, it would be this, but we need this to move enough. Maybe we don't. We only lose one movement by holding off on this. It gives us more flexibility. So actually, yeah, oops, let's do this here. This turn. So us, we're healing and playing a default move so that we get an extra turn by using an endurance potion. All right, let's go. So here we have a song up. We gain 1 experience. We play. Oh, we needed the quartermaster actually to go before her. Again, it's all open information here. So, all right. So the quartermaster goes first, gains 1 experience, and performs a heal 4 on himself, up to 19. Also gains 1 health or heals 1 from having Soothing Lullaby up, and then we perform the bottom of Giant Club as a generic move 2, going to here, and we use the last charge of our endurance potion to bring back the Giant Club. At the same time, I could have long rested if we did it differently. Well. Long resting actually doesn't give us anything right now, so that's okay. All right, so then it's it's actually the Elementalist turn next. So the Elementalist just performs a generic move 2. Our default move 2 on the bottom of one of the cards. Which one we get back doesn't really matter. We're playing as a throwaway this coming turn anyway, so sure. We use the second charge of our Endurance Potion as well, and get back Winter's Edge. Then the Soothsinger goes. I believe we already gave her experience. Yes, we did. For having a song up. So we perform a default move 3, 1, 2, 3 to there. And we're done. All right. Oops. So we just keep on keeping on. With 3 movement, we go to there, so there's no one blocking our spot this time, so we're fine. Here, we create Light and Dark, and just play this as a throwaway with the intention of going in with Vengeance next turn. And us, we just move next to the door. All right, let's go. So, yeah, this was actually stupid. Last turn, when we performed our generic move, we should have just played. I mean, I can just fix this. Well, whatever. I won't do it. Last turn we should have just done a default move 2 and used our boots of striding. Then we would already be next to the door. And this turn we would long rest instead of short resting. Next turn, we'd end up with the exact same amount of longevity. The only difference is we'd simply, we would actually heal for 2, but we're healing 1 at the beginning of our turn here, and we're probably going to have another turn with the song up, so that doesn't change much. We'd basically be at the same amount of health as well. The only difference is we'd simply be able to choose which card we lose rather than losing one at random, which is not insignificant. Okay, so anyway, here we just, do some moving, go next to the door. Oops, we're not even first, but oh well. Sure, so it's actually the Soothsinger first, generic move 3, default move 3, gain 1 experience for having a song up. I think I'm just actually going to go double endurance here. I've got enough charges left, and I'd actually like to have Provoke Terror for the turn we run in. I think this looks like a fine turn. By doing this now, it's basically just guaranteeing me that I have Provoke Terror, that I don't lose it on a short rest for the turn we go in, which seems pretty important. So yeah, I think I'll just do that. Plus, I've still got 2 charges of endurance left because I didn't use them very well early on. All right, so then next up is the Elementalist, who performs a move 2, creating Light and Dark. And does nothing else. And then the quartermaster, who, like I said, just moves next to the door. And that's it. Oh yeah, and the quartermaster, already did. Heals 1, oops, at the start of his turn, going up to 21 because of Soothing Lullaby. Okay, so here we do a short rest. Yeah, I don't love losing Sharpening Kit, but if I reroll and I lose Catastrophic Bomb, it sucks even more. We don't have our Power Potion even right now, so we don't need the heal anymore. It's really just the bottom at this point. Losing the bottom is a real cost, but our attack 5s are important. Having some movement to get into this room is important, and Catastrophic Bomb is also important. Like I said, if we reroll and lose this, there are just a lot of things. If I rerolled and lost this or this, I would be really unhappy. This, I'd be kind of unhappy. I don't know. There are enough things that I want to keep that I don't think it's worth rerolling Sharpening Kit, which is just the second piece to a combo and the less important part. I do still think we go in with Catastrophic Bomb, though. The biggest of bombs. It makes sense to go in with Catastrophic Bomb simply because we're going to make sure that we hit things, which is nice. We also aren't using our element generation when ooh, but no, we don't have Now we have no minor potions anymore, so yeah. Oh, but actually does. Oh, but he can actually just create the 2 for himself, but just by using a potion plus wand. So that doesn't actually matter. No. And ultimately, I'm just actually though, I've already flipped 2 of these, but at the same time, I kind of need to hit more modifiers to flip more. We also can use utility belt into power potion if we really want, which would still give us an attack 3 on a bunch of things. I think this is okay. It's just a flexible attack when going to the room. It might not hit much, but I don't know. It it's likely to do a similar amount of damage to Scroll of Lightning while being more flexible. Easier to hit things with when going into a room like this. Obviously depends on the enemy types, but here 2 out of 3 enemy types in this scenario don't have shields, so it's very just generally very good. Here we're going as late as possible because we'd rather let enemies move up a bit and then stun them for the following round rather than run the risk of not having range to actually use things to hit things with Provoke Terror. And here we're going as early as possible because we want to execute things before they go. We don't need to wait for that to happen. And with our move 4 plus our boots, we've got 6 movement, which look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I know there'll be water in the room, but still, we can reach anywhere. We can reach almost anywhere regardless, even with water in the room, I think. All right, let's go. So we're up first. We do a move 5 at the bottom of hasten step. So 1, let's set this room up. Yeah, there is some water in this room. Oops, accidental spacebar. Okay, so chest is here. One random stun trap is here. Nice little touch. In the front portion of the room, we have 5 Vermling Scouts, 1 Elite, and 4 Regulars. Where are they? Here we go. I guess a fair argument for using Catastrophic Bomb later is giving enemies a chance to clump up. Because you don't ever know how clumped they will be, but Catastrophic Bomb doesn't require that much clumping to just hit a bunch of things anyway. I mean, here we're going to be able to do, for example, 3, 4, 3, 2, and still hit 3 enemies. Nah, it seems fine. Although the less important enemies, but... Alright, 2 Elite. Oof, this room. This is the worst kind of design, right? 4 oozes in the back of the room. Come on. This is the very design that I am vehemently opposed to. I think this is the worst way to implement summoners. And again, 4 oozes who can all split. Technically, you can kind of abuse it so that one of them doesn't. No. Yeah, you can abuse it. I mean, you can abuse it slightly, so abuse ambiguity so one of them doesn't, but that's still 3 worst case. I mean, best case. All right, let's set their hells. It was 9 and 12 for the scouts. Yep. I suggest getting lucky. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? I mean, all right, we've kind of cruised through this scenario pretty well because of Vengeance and Catastrophic Bomb. Our party is well set up to deal with this sort of scenario. We've faced a lot of scenarios where we really struggled with because of high shield enemies, high shield, high HP enemies, or just high shield enemies in general. But this scenario we were well set up for with our party. That being said, so we're in this room with a good advantage compared to where you normally would be by the time you get to the last room. But yeah, I mean, for sure, we can still lose this, which is crazy. Like, we've played so well, mostly. We've had everything go pretty well for us. I mean, we've played around bad stuff and managed to succeed, etc. Our party is well suited for the scenario. Yet, despite this, we can still just lose. Yeah, I agree. Let's get lucky. All right. So far, so good, Buddha Bob. I like your style. Well, that's also fortunate. So, how are we hitting things? Yeah, I mean, no matter what, we should be hitting scouts. We can never hit more than 3 scouts. 2, 3, 4. No. So the thing is, the scouts are actually going to clump up, so they're probably what we end up vengeancing. I guess not necessarily. Yeah. All right. I mean, we could venture. Yeah, actually, it's got to be correct to vengeance the oozes. Taking 2 of the 4 oozes out right away, yeah, that's the way to run it, I'm sure. All right. So in that case, we're avenging these oozes. Well, no matter what, it still probably makes sense to hit the elite scout always. So no matter what, we can either hit these 2 scouts plus this one, or these 2 scouts plus this one. So we're either hitting these 3 or these 3 with catastrophic bomb. I think it makes the most sense to, well, I believe it makes the most sense to hit these because we always want to hit the elite. Because that's the only one we can't execute, so the damage on it is more relevant. There's a likelihood that at least one of these regular scouts, if not 2 of them, probably get executed. So in that case, we waste a little bit of damage. I guess we can see based on where we go how they're going to move because we kind of have all that open information. So actually, yeah, all right, let's take it a step further. Let's be very careful here. All right, so the elementals, like I said, has to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. To get that range, yeah, because we don't have the helm, we can't refresh it. So 6, so we literally have to move, yeah, 1, 2, to here and execute these. We're also going to get hit by the 2 elite oozes this way, right? That hurts a bit, without a doubt. I mean, we're at full health. Hit for 4 and 5 respectively. Yeah, we'll just have to get the F out afterwards, but that should be okay. So if we're standing here, how are they enemies clumping? Well, this one can move to here or here, but we'll say here because it requires less movement. Kind of. I mean, not really because they're jumping, but still, sure. So there. They have a +1 movement, so 5. But these will go to him, right? 1, 2, 3. But here, so it'll be here, 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 and here. So the ones that get executed are always these 2, and we're always hitting this one. Oh well. But I guess if we hit like this, yeah, so it's better to hit like this. All right, so we'll do 2, 4, 5 in that order with catastrophic bomb. Should we move more is the question. Because if we can move somewhere else to get them to clump in a better way. If we go, if we go here, then these will go like this and this, or this and this, and then we can hit 2 undamaged ones. So that's already better. If we go here, no, then they're like that. No, because they can always get adjacent. So we can never hit 3 enemies here because they're never going to have one standing behind others, I think. No, actually. No, because this one will go here then, not here. Yeah, I don't believe there's a way we can make a triangle out of them, but that's fine. This is good enough. We also don't have disadvantage this way. All right, so we actually go here with haste and step, and we're going to hit 2, 4, 5 in that order. Oh, and we healed for 1 at the beginning of our turn. I guess we could have moved up more to draw aggro from the oozes instead of the elementalists. We actually can't easily, though. No. No. All right. So 2, 4, 5. Let's do it. Potion. So actually, if it will be these 2 executed, yeah, we can use this to potion here, I think. We can always use the compass to actually put a 3rd into the execute. So it'll be there. Next turn, we could go very early, go here, compass this one to here, and then allow the execute of the 3. That's even better. So in that case, we don't need to use the power potion because one of the targets will die anyway, and I'd rather save the power potion maybe for hitting the oozes. We're never going to hit more than 3 targets, but I guess the utility belt can also do other things than that. Yeah. All right. So no power potion, 2, 4, 5, each for 1. Did we gain our experience yet? We did not. All right, 1 XP, catastrophic bomb on all of them. Nice. That's good to get back. Yeah, we want that back more than that for sure. So 1 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. So the one we cared least about hurting is the one that took the least damage. That's nice. For once, we got correct ordering? What is going on here? Something bad's about to happen. All right, so then we are done. There's nothing else to do yet because we'll have to wait. Next turn, we will move away and then put them in position. So then it's the Elementalist's turn. So like I said, we're going to do a move 4 at the bottom of Crystallizing Blast, plus we're going to use our Boots of Striding to get a total of move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. Then we're going to use the Top of Vengeance, gaining 1 experience, consuming Light and Dark, and doing 1, 2, 3, expand like this, kill all the normals. All right. And then we're going to use our Minor Mana Potion plus which one matters less? I think neither of them matter at this point. Oh no, I guess the Wind one can actually be used for the piercing attack, Winter's Edge. So creating Dark and Earth with our potion plus wand so that we can Vengeance again next turn immediately. Okay, so then the scouts go, so they have +1 movement and are doing loots. So like I said, this one can go here, here. This is just technically 1 less movement hex, so I'll have them go there for that. And this goes here and here, respectively. Okay, then the oozes go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So I believe this one already has range with 4, so this one needs to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So both will attack the Elementalist. Both of these will be attacks for 4 with poison. So the second one will be 5. So 4 first. Nice. And then 5. So 4 damage. All right. More than fine. There are a lot of curses in their deck, so a miss was pretty likely. Fortunately, we got the real miss, which is very fortunate. All right, so then the Soothsinger gains 1 experience for having a song up, and then is going to do a move 3 with the bottom of Echoing Aria. 1, 2, 3 to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oh no. So actually, we're just gonna go here. Yeah. So first of all, from here, we can't reach both the oozes. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, expand. So we could hit just this ooze, but not this one. Additionally, if we're standing here, we can't actually move the scout through us in order to set up the vengeance. So we should actually stop here, and then from here we do 1, 2, 3, expand, using Provoke Terror, hitting there and there. Not really the targets we care most about stunning, but stunning them still provides some value, and I think, again, allowing vengeance and stunning 2 enemies rather than 1, I think is worth it, or I mean, empowering a better vengeance. All right. So that's the round. So we need short rests here and there. Again, I don't think I want to bring a song back. Song does give me a top action, but the top of that song doesn't do too much right now. It heals the poison off of there, but none of our other songs actually do anything. 1 curse per turn in the last room is terrible, so better to keep Soothing Lullaby up. No, definitely not that. Probably our most important card. Yep, much, much, much better to lose. Oops. All right. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't choose to lose Simulacrum, but at this point, I can't lose Vengeance no matter what. I have Vengeance set up, and I'll be able to do it again soon after. It's just Vengeance is what wins me this scenario. Simulacrum is very helpful, especially for dealing the elite oozes, which will have to be dealt with. But it's more like my allies are going to have to deal with that because I'm doing some other things here. All right, so we can create these 2 elements and go as quickly as possible. I guess we want to create those at the end of the rest cycle so we can Vengeance again if necessary. We don't have Dark. It's true. I mean, Earth. It's true that it actually might have been better because we could have used the top of Burial actually on those elite oozes. Oh well. Creating Ice. What does this do for us? Well, we can Winter's Edge one of them. Yeah, that's fine. And the 15 versus 17 initiative I don't think changes anything, so I think this is fine. So here we have to go before 17, so this means we have to play this card no matter what. Like I said, we're moving out of the way so that we can compass that into the Vengeance, and then we're just going to, I guess, use Scroll of Lightning to hit some things. So it's our best attack from where we are. Could also wound. I mean, yeah, maybe a wound on the ooze is actually better. Has a lot of health. Getting a wound sooner is probably fine. We don't actually need the element now, so this is actually all right. Okay. As for the Soothsinger,
Yeah. Now we need to stun the oozes, and we can certainly do that. So that's exactly what we're doing here. We really just need to do it before they can split. So I guess we can actually go late this round. Them attacking is threatening, but the elementals can move away anyway, so it's not that threatening. And if they attack first and then I get to stun them afterwards, that's amazing because then I don't have to worry about them splitting next round. I don't need to actually use CC much this round early because these two are also already disabled and these three will die at 17. So we're really very safe, again, except for their attacks. And their attacks don't matter that much to me. It's their splitting, which is the real way that I lose the scenario. So yeah, I can actually go late now, which allows me to save my early initiative for the following round when I might actually have to prevent some things from attacking, like potentially these. So let's actually go late. In fact, let's go as late as possible. Again, playing around, hoping that they attack to get a stun off them on them splitting. And if they split, we're still going before it with 89. So this is actually ideal. Perfect. I guess, no, at 68 wouldn't have worked. All right, great. So the quartermaster is first. We heal one, doesn't matter. So we're going to use the bottom of Reinforced Steel as a default move 2. We're going to use our Boots of Striding to get 2 more movement. So we're going to go 4, because I do really want to wound one of these oozes. So we're going to go to there. Also helps us get towards the chest. I guess it's actually better to go to there, because then we can, well, no, from here it's 3. Well, but then we have, I guess, just more flexibility in how we move. We can maybe move 1, 2, 3, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, to skewer both of them with the club. So this looks good. So we move to there using the bottom of Reinforced Steel. We're going to use our compass to force him to perform move 2 with us controlling the action. We're going to use Bladed Boomerang to make an attack 2, range 3 wound. We're going to target ooze number 5. Yeah, nothing else to do here. Okay, a miss is fine on an attack which was effectively dealing 0 damage at the time because it was an attack 2 into something with 2 shield. Alright, so then we're done. So then it's the Elementalist's turn. So the Elementalist is going to begin by using Vengeance because we're already in range. 1, 2, 3, expand, yes. So we're going to use Vengeance, consuming Dark and Earth, gaining 1 experience. And we're going to kill all these. Yes, see, this is also why I really don't mind that I'm retiring the Elementalist, because we're just repeatedly I mean, does it seem like there's a fair balance between performing this action and performing the Elementalist like their actions? Like, it really doesn't, right? I mean, this is just, one thing is completely incomparable to the others in what it does. I mean, we just did about 30 damage there with a non-loss. I mean, yeah, all right, it required the compass for setup, but even without the compass, 18 damage, non-loss. No. No. I won't miss this hard. Well, I will a little bit because it's quite powerful. I like powerful stuff, but it's also just silly. So I don't actually mind having the Quartermaster tank. So let's run away as elegantly as possible. I don't mind trying to get coins either. I'm not sure we'll ever play an Elementalist again, but why not? So we're going to do a move 2, which creates ice. Guess I don't want to move too far. What am I doing next turn? Winter's Edge. Winter's Edge has 4 range. So from here, no, actually, so I need to be here. Well, because I can always move, but I don't necessarily want to move because then I can use Winter's Edge plus Burial, which is actually pretty good. If we're here, no, if we're here, it doesn't work. Yeah, all right, so we'll just stay there, or we'll move to there using Infernal Vortex, and we will use Wand of Storms to create wind. Okay. So then we're done. Scouts go, but the only 2 remaining scouts are both stunned. Just like we drew it up. Oh, we also, sorry, on our turn we heal for 1 because Soothing Lullaby is up, or Soothing Melody, Soothing Lullaby, which just removes our poison. So the scouts are done. So then the oozes go. So the oozes have -1 movement, but +1 attack and +1 range. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, yeah, both of them focus the quartermaster. This one takes 1 damage from its wound, going down to 15. Because the quartermaster had lower initiative and is closer. All right, so it'll be an attack 5 and then an attack 6 because of the poison. So the attack 5 first, jeez, and then effectively a 5 because of the poison. So this blocks 1, and we get 4. All right, so the oozes are done. So then it's the Soothsinger's turn. Soothsinger gains 1 experience for having a song up. We're going to perform the bottom of Singing Arrow as a generic move 3, going 1. We don't want to pick up coins. Careful. We haven't yet, have we? No. 1, 2, 3.
Who needs to pick up a chest? It's him, but he's retiring no matter what. All right, so it will not be him. So it actually has to be the quartermaster. That's fine though. So we go 1, 2, 3 to there, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Expand with provoke terror, which stuns both of them. And I guess we need to generate extra turns. But do we really want Singing Arrow back? Not particularly this turn. I guess it does something. Can wound one of these, so why not? Sure. We'll get this back. Yeah. And we have to get something else back, but then it doesn't really look like we will, because we kind of always want to play actions. No, let's not get that back. We'll be fine for now. Maybe this is wrong, but I'm not sure. Where did that go? Just there for some reason. Cool. So no matter what, we're going up and attacking them. Us, we're using Winter's Edge and also attacking over there, as well as Burial, like I said. Just throw out as many attacks as possible. Us. Continuing to advance a little bit to get in range. Yeah. And disarming probably these. Something like that. All right, let's go. Oops. Now disarm's not doing much. I guess we can actually just get both of our cards back then. All right, so we go first. We gain 1 experience for having a song up, and very precisely, we'll just do a generic move 3, moving to here. Oops. Slowly making our way a little bit further into the room so we can be more relevant with bottom actions. Oh no. Oh, really? Well, I did warn you all that the oozes do try to absorb people, and it just happened. There we go. So we move to there, using our bottom action as a default move, and we'll use our top as a default top. I guess then we could actually just go like this, then we can actually punch. Yeah, that's probably worth it. All right, so we'll actually move there with our default bottom of, we'll say throw voice, and then we'll use the top of Echoing Aria as a default top. Oh, sorry. So we're gonna actually use both of our charges of endurance to get both of these cards back here. Just to be clear. And so then I use the top of Echoing Aria as an attack 2, targeting, I guess the elite. Guess we get a condition. Well, not really the condition we wanted, since they're not doing anything relevant anyway. All right, so he's down to 7, because our attack just does 2. And then the scouts go, and like I said, they do nothing. Okay, then the oozes go, lose their stuns. Now I am getting worried about them splitting, though. I would really love to see them flip a split that turn while they were stunned. Now we're not going to have the stun for them next turn, and they've got a 50% chance to split. But fortunately, we'll have done a lot of damage to them at least. All right, so now we're up. We're first going to use Winter's Edge, gain 1 experience, consume ice and air to get an attack 5, range 4, pierce 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So targeting Elite Ooze number 5. Oh, okay. This is, well, it's getting a bit tougher. And then Burial is going to create Dark for us, and I think I'm just going to hit one of these. It just does 1 damage over here, which doesn't really feel very good. I think I will also attack the Elite, because again, we can always execute the regular more easily. So attack 3 on the Elite Scout. Okay, creating fire. Doing 3, putting it down to 4. And then it's the Quartermaster's turn. Man, if only we had 1 more movement, we could go to here and skewer both of them. But I guess that's just what we'll try to do next turn. Does creating light really matter? We don't have anything that consumes much in the way of elements anymore. No. Losing Solemn kind of sucked. So I guess I'd rather just gain 1 experience for us. Yeah, so we're going to do a move 3 on Scroll of Lightning. We're not going to do the push. We will create the wind because why not? So 1, 2, 3 onto the chest. We'll do it at the end there. And then we're going to use the top of Ogre Club, gaining 1 experience to perform an attack 5, targeting Elite Ooze number 5. All right, well, kind of balancing things out a bit. All right, so our 5 does a 10. He has 2 shields, so he takes 8. He's down to 6. And that's the end of the round. And we get to see what was in the box. 63.
Random item design. All right, we'll get that now so that we don't forget, because we have a tendency to forget things. All right, fair warning. We will be spoiling a random item design. I'll switch the screen just for a second while I draw. Interesting. Well, so it's item number 95. We will be spoiling temporarily item number 95. Everyone has been warned that for the next minute we'll have item number 95 spoilers, turning them on now. Random item design number item number 95. Anyway, this item is interesting. It's definitely overcosted in general, but obviously with the quartermaster and with the fact that we're playing stamina potions, I guess probably just shouldn't. I actually have to ask Themris how we should approach this. I'm curious because it's so expensive and can't be used on yourself, but it still does allow degenerate combos, just in a more expensive and roundabout way. So I wonder if this should be allowed or not. If it's not allowed, we'll just, I mean, using it like the fifth guy potions is definitely not worth it. This would be, it would have to have so many charges and it would be awkward to use, etc. So that doesn't really make any sense. So maybe we'll just remove it from the game. Maybe we will just, we'll allow it as is. I don't really know. I'm not sure. I'm open for opinions from chat as well, how we should approach that item. All right, I'm just going to type into chat that spoilers are over, just so anyone who's watching and muted for a second. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've got a new round, a new us. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so our plan here is to ram them good. Yeah, we don't have the compass anymore, so it's just gotta ram them. This attack is so insignificant. It does give us an additional flip to maybe refresh items, but refreshing items here doesn't even matter much. I think I'd rather just go early, like this, and ram them. Oops. As for us, we do have fire, so I guess we have ice spikes. Why not? On both of these, I guess. Sure. And then maybe go pick up a coin or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. As for here, short rest. Do we remember to heal both people on their turns? No, we didn't heal the quartermaster on his turn because he still has a poison. There we go. Probably should bring back the song here because we don't have endurance anymore and it will give us one extra turn. And longevity could be the deciding factor in this scenario. All right, losing, that's fine. Care much more about the stuns at this point. Wait a second. Didn't we get back both our cards? Did we skip our turn or something? Or did we not get back the cards? Well, whatever. It's too late now. We've already done this. I think we just accidentally lost a turn there. But so be it. We definitely just want to keep stunning both of them. This is the most important thing, to keep them stun locked so they don't split. As for bottom, I guess in that case we just can do a heal or move or something like that. We'll see. All right, let's go. Yeah, there's a split. Good thing we're stunning. Jeez. Scouts could at least put up something of a fight, right? Man, scouts are so bugged on TTS. All right, well, we don't have a song up. We're going to start by using Provoke Terror, and we're going to stun. 1, 2, 3, expand. Yeah, I was supposed to grab both those cards back, but my mistake worked out the best for me, because otherwise they would have split. Although, I don't know how much that would matter, but still. All right, and so then I have the Bottom of Soothing Lullaby. I can do a generic move 3 to go there and get a... No, I don't want coins, so I might as well just gain experience, right? So I'll actually just heal... Suppose the Quartermaster, who's the most likely to tank damage. So sure, we'll heal the Quartermaster for 3 with the Bottom of Soothing Lullaby and gain 1 experience. So then the Quartermaster's turns up. We're going to do a default move 2 with the Bottom of Reinforced Steel. Moving to here. We're going to use the top of Giant Club, gaining 1 experience, and we're going to use the Long Spear to skewer with it. We're also going to use our Major Power Potion, turning this into a 7. We could Major Power Potion again. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to. It's not like it really matters for anything else. So we'll Utility Belt to get Major Power Potion back, and then we'll Major Power Potion again.
So this adds +4 to our attack. So we're doing an attack 9 with Giant Club, targeting both 5 and 6 in that order. Okay, so our 9 is a 7. 7 does 5. That's perfect, actually. Well, 1 less would have even been fine because he's stunned, but still. And then the one in the back. Okay, to fresh an item. Probably should just be the major power potion. This basically just adds 2 damage to the future. It's only one single target damage, but I don't think having the compass, for example, is more meaningful. Yeah, getting the endurance potion back gives us more longevity. Actually, it would give us back an additional turn here. All right, yeah, let's actually take the endurance potion back. I think that's reasonable. I think 2 extra damage probably ends the scenario faster, but we're not in that much of a risk here since we have so much CC still. I think I'd rather have the safer play, which also maybe lets me loot more coins or something like that. All right, so here our attack was +0, so 9 minus 2 for shield is 7, putting him down to 9. Then it's the Elementalist's turn. So the Elementalist is going to consume fire, gaining 1 experience, hitting both of these with Ice Spike, so attack 2 wound. We'll do 5 and then 4 in that order. Okay, so 4 in wound and 4 in wound. I think this does kill both of them. Nope. This one actually goes down to 2 and takes a wound. This one is dead. So then we'll use the bottom of Primal Duality. We don't have Endurance Potion, so really no reason not to get the free elements, so we'll just move to here, which also grabs a coin for us. So why not? And create a new Light and Dark. Okay, the Scout just takes 1 from his wound, continues to do absolutely nothing. And then the Ooze goes. This one dies from its wound as well. This one just loses its stun. Okay, I think I'm gonna long rest here. Again, longevity seems to matter. And I'm kind of blocked here right now from actually doing anything effective. Yeah, I think long resting is fine. All right, so what are we doing? Activating a song, which gives us an attack, and doing an attack which wounds here. Yeah, seems good. All seems like fine stuff. So us, I guess we're just making a big attack and then moving up and grabbing a coin, right? Yeah, I guess our move up can also just do a little bit of extra damage. Since the Soothsinger's wounding it, we don't need to. Alright, let's go. Ah, split again. Alright. Now we're cooking with fire. Shouldn't matter, though. So, Soothsinger's first. We're going to activate Echoing Aria. When we play a song, we're going to get a move 2. We go to there. Then we're going to use the bottom of Singing Arrow to do an attack 1, range 3 wound, targeting the Elite Ooze. You have nothing special to use here. No bottom actions to use with a ring, so no. Just on the Ooze. So our 1 is critted as a 2, which does no damage still, but we put a wound on him. Because he has 2 shield. Alright, the Scout goes, takes 1 damage from his wound, and is dead. Then it's the Elementalist's turn. No, Elementalist is long resting, never mind. I don't know why I thought that. Then it's the Quartermaster's turn. So we're going to create light using Scroll of Lightning as an attack 5, range 3, targeting the Elite Ooze. +2. So our 5 becomes a 7, which does 5 actual damage because of 2 shield, down to 4. We can end it here. Yeah. If I leave this many coins behind, well, Themris might kill me on for leaving the elementals like that. But honestly, it's almost 10 o'clock. If it's meant to end here, it's meant to end here. Let's just see, right? So we'll do a move 2, going to here, and we'll do an attack 1 with the bottom of Bladed Boomerang. So we'd have to get a +2 here. Nope. It's not meant to end here. All right. And I think we'll just stop on this coin. We could move over to that one, but this one seems fine. Okay, so then the Ooze goes, takes 1 from his wound, and then 2 from the split, so it goes down to 1. It splits off a 1 HP regular Ooze here. Alright, Soothsinger can just long rest. Quartermaster can short rest because we want coins. And here we did a long rest, so we refresh all these things. And heal for 2. I don't believe we still have poison on us. No.
During our long rest, we can actually create. We never have dark before. No. So we could create Earth, which would allow us to use Burial and gain 1 experience, but without having Dark, it's still just 1 experience, which is the same as Primal Duality. What was in our hand still? I think this was. I don't remember exactly what was in our hand. We can just get rid of Vengeance. I know that wasn't in our hand. Oh, but this gives. No, but experience doesn't matter. Only coins matter because we're retiring no matter what. What am I doing? Yeah, sure. All right. So Primal Duality top kills both the oozes. And again, we just want to move on to a coin. Over here, we also want to move on to a coin and gain experience. There we go. All right. These have been eliminated. Let's do it. So, Quartermaster first, gain 2 experience, activate Reinforced Steel, do the bottom of Bladed Boomerang. Oh, crap. We actually don't get a coin right now. All right. Well, I guess we got to kill with this attack, huh? So we'll do a move 2, attack 1, targeting the ooze. Come on, +2. Oh, no. All right. Well, it's my own fault for, I guess, being careless. I could have just gone later. If I'd gone after the 15, it would have been fine. I didn't need to attack to gain experience. Oh well, no one's fault but my own. All right. And then we have another move 2, which does nothing. So then it is the Elemental's turn. Like, yes, theoretically we could exploit this. This will die to its wound. We could just hang around for a while, be picking up coins. I wouldn't fault a group for doing this, but obviously I'm not doing it on stream at 10 o'clock at night. All right, so here we already have range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. So actually, we're going to use Crystallizing Blast first. Just move to this coin. That's all we need. Just any coin. I guess we got a lot of money on our last scenario. And we gain 1 experience, create Ice and Fire, Primal Duality, making an attack 5, targeting both of them. We'll do 6 Elite, then Regular. Yeah, and they both have 1 health, so they're both dead. All right, and that's it. The Soothsinger doesn't bring back her song, so gains 1 experience on her turn for having a song active. Whew. All right, well, it's a tough scenario, but we managed to get through. Our party was, like I said, very well suited to it. At least we got to give the Elementalist a good send-off. I think Themris is, yeah, Themris already ran off. So I will actually not do the enhancement now. All right, what is our reward for the scenario? Just unlocking a bunch of new stuff. I'll take care of that off stream, I think, at some point, because I'd really like to get going. Quite starving, had a very small thing to eat. Let's just do the post scenario stuff. Again, leveling up here doesn't really matter. I guess the level we write in the town record, so let's see. It was 6, which makes 5. So at 5, we have 14. So 29. No, that does not gain us level, so that does not matter. The gold does matter. This is 28 gold. Okay. Suppose scenario for him. We did not gain a check mark. Over here, we have 16 gold and 27 experience. Yeah. 27. We also did not gain a check mark. Meanwhile, here we have 36 experience. Yes. Which will gain us level. We will do this time as well at the beginning. I mean, this next time at the, well, yeah, no, we'll do this next time at the beginning. We'll just have to remember. Easy. Easy. There we go. Just like Elaine likes it. We gained no gold, but we did gain 2 check marks. Nice. All right, so that will be it. I'll put the other stuff on the board and everything like that afterwards. I'll just remember to check this off now. Thank you very much to everyone who tuned in today. It was fun. Well, like to say that 38 was fun, but as usual, it was not. Pretty frustrating, but yeah, at least we ended it by beating 18, which is not easy. Like I said, this was good for a good one for our party at least. So let's see. We will unlock Cthulhu with the retirement of the Elementalist. Just go ahead and, well, now we'll do that then. So we will have the options for our next class to be, because I'm definitely not playing a 2-party with Music Node. Much rather stick in 3-party. It's much more fun. So we'll have the options of Sun, Cthulhu, or Angry Face to fill out our party. Um, I'll post a poll now actually. Yeah. Because I know this allows people watching on the VODs on Twitch to at least engage in the voting. Otherwise, if you're watching on VODs on YouTube, it's going to be too far behind because I haven't caught up again. Type of question. Yeah. Which class should we add to our party? Face, Sun, or Cthulhu? All right. So I'll just post that now. I'm obviously not going to check the results now, but this is for the few people who are still here, slash for the people who watch the VODs on Twitch. Feel free to vote in that poll, and you can, I mean, your votes will decide which class we play in this party. Honestly, any of these 3 can fit well into this party. So we'll have a good party no matter what, which will be great. So thank you again. Have a great weekend. I will not be streaming at all this weekend because I have an appointment to play with Random Actuary on Sunday. But we had some mic issues last time a little bit, or some, yeah. So we'll probably just be doing it off stream, which is a little bit more relaxed anyway. And then I'll just be back streaming on Monday at the usual time of 4 p.m. Central European Time, T+1. We'll be continuing the campaign with the new class. So thank you very much to everyone who tuned in. Have a nice weekend. I said that so many times. Sorry, I am tired. It's been a long 2 days. Anyway, take care. See you all soon.